Rain, talk to me. We're gonna hit a beat, talk about my Eve. Everybody,
Oh,
know what I say.
God.
I'm gonna do a beat.
Make it stop.
It's
Why?
time to stop.
Why did you?
Rock, paper, scissors, right? We don't want Eve to be as simple as shut the fuck up, Seto!
Floods of like memes, and these small gangers are like, we're the elite of the elite. Do not fuck with us. We will kill you. We are the best players ever. It's like, dude, I did your shit. I did it better than you did.
You know what this conversation is like? When I say not enough supers die in Dell, people tell me, oh look, there's a super die in Dell. So it's like, when
What
I'm
are you
talking
even
about
talking
balance
about? We were talking about fucking balance, not supers
Yeah.
dying in Dell.
Look,
Why does
look.
everything with you have to be about supers fucking dying in
Shut
Dell?
up! Shut up!
Christ!
It's an analogy, moron. It's an analogy. Okay?
You guys stop arguing. You act like a fucking married couple. Jesus Christ.
No, don't stop arguing.
It's an
Well, it
analogy.
is Trash Talk
It's
Tuesday.
an
I was
analogy.
like,
One. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and viewettes. Welcome to Trash Talk Tuesday. Tonight, we are talking about World War B2, or as some people like to call it, World War B1, because the other war had a different name or something.
That is correct. That is the right name for this war. Thank you.
Yeah, bullshit.
Stop
That's
this.
not how
World War
works.
B. Either way, it's another world war.
That's not
It's
how wars
exciting.
work.
That's not how the World
Okay,
War works
it's
either.
actually a
It
fucking
does.
space.
Of course
It's a
it
fucking
does.
galaxy. There's no world. Let's get it fucking right.
That is the world in
Okay,
our
I'm
eyes.
sorry.
Okay,
I don't
Gal-
know.
those arguments a little bit.
We didn't
Galactic
make it 5
war.
minutes in.
Got lots
Galaxy
of
We
players
make it
here.
like 30
Why
seconds.
don't we
Galaxy
settle
War
it right
B.
now? What should we call this war then?
Can I
Okay.
make
Okay.
a
War B.
Can I make
Uh,
a point though of
I
like
do like
Casino
World War B.
versus World War B? Because if you and I made this point earlier, right? If you call it Casino War, you're only focusing on the money that paid for one side, and you're ignoring the fact that it was against everyone against the Imperium, and you're ignoring the fact that most people did it, yeah, sure, for the money. But if you're asking individuals why were they motivated to log in and go and grind structures and solve all for 6 months or whatever the fuck it was, then you're ignoring the fact that goons did, or maybe not goons specifically, but Imperium did do a lot of things to drive that hate towards them that motivated people to log in and shoot them. And yeah, people shot them for what, a month? Maybe, if not, because people just stopped undocking and they moved to Delve. But there still was a shit ton of grinding, and that motivation, I think, really drove home of the fact of why it's World War B over the Casino War. Because yeah,
So
casinos
anyway,
were
there was a
apart,
poll.
but
There was
Luckily,
a
all
apart.
those
poll.
people
hold
went for
on.
your
Have you guys
corporations
seen
and
that
alliances.
propaganda video by Pandemic Legion? It's called World War B. It's very that was a name that was used in the past, and clearly
Yeah.
we can't call this World War B1 because this is the second big world war all against the
But
Bs.
is it big? Because if you just have Pan, Fam, and Test, that completely eliminates all those small, medium alliances that actually took part in World War B.
It
Like
doesn't.
World War
Well,
B
yes.
was
So
literally Imperium
before
plus
we
like
go
White
too
Legion.
much further,
That's
I
too.
also want to talk about the second thing that's happening during the show tonight.
Oh yeah.
First off, there's a poll in the Twitch chat. You can all vote right now for what this war is going to be called. There are 3 choices, only those choices. No other choices are relevant. And then after we get done talking about this, and we get to the nitty gritty of it, our friend Chappie, a fellow Eve player, is doing a huge event in Losec in Tunadin. And if you guys aren't going there with your corps or alliances, you need to get your asses there so that you can participate. It's going to be big. And for your convenience, I've got the local counter for Tunadin in the upper right-hand corner of your screen there. And then I'm also going to switch it over to broadcasting the fight once I find out like where in system it's actually happening. Fair enough. All right. Continue
Are there?
your argument about what the war is going to be called.
I
Because
mean,
Brisk is
okay.
somebody. I don't want to say Brisk, but somebody is using points and money to win this poll.
Oh, someone's
Just
buying
saying.
votes.
What do
Someone's
you-
pinging goons. The
How-
pinging goons
how
call
dare
World
you?
War B.
I-
How
Sure.
dare you accuse me of
Well,
this?
let's
Well,
just
accuse you.
explain
You've
here.
admitted to it before. I think it's not that
I
far
also
off.
said
You need
Most
proof.
wars,
I
the
demand
names
proof.
develop organically, and as much as like I really don't care what people call it. Like if you want to call it Casino War, call it Casino War. If you want to like call it World War B, call it World War B. Like it doesn't matter much, but I would really hope we get like a new memey organic name that'll come out of the war, at least midway through, right?
It doesn't
Let's
matter
just
what
call
we
it-
think. It's just going to end up as whatever some idiot at CCP
Maybe it's
says
gonna be
will.
like a really
CCP
short
doesn't
war.
say
We'll
shit.
name it after how long
CCP
it
only
was.
echoes
Like,
shit from the players. I don't
maybe
know.
it'll
why
be
you
like
think
20 days long, and we'll just call it the 20 Days War or something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's because it's only gonna last 20 days, right?
Who knows? I mean, maybe it'll be really short. Surprisingly, somehow, shit will just go down.
We can
Yeah.
call it nip and fuck.
Call it the tie-dye war, maybe. That makes sense.
Nip and fuck, dude.
Tronics,
Oh.
where are you?
Well, let's call this war Elite Dangerous. So whenever people Google it, Eve comes up first.
So let's talk
Yeah.
about nip and fuck a little bit. Billy,
What the fuck
what's
does that mean?
Come nip and tuck, nip and fuck. Come on.
What
It's
are
a
you
shit.
getting
Fucking
at?
up.
Jesus.
It's a pun.
Like,
It's
yeah,
Nip
but it's
fuck. It's
fucking
nip
Wasn't
fuck.
that a
stupid.
TV show?
Redline is
Yes.
trying to make
Lu-
fetch happen.
Luigi, this is a fucking segue, dude. Can I segue the conversation without you questioning my
What are you
my
segueing
methods?
it to? Jesus.
I want Villy to tell us about the nip and why it's being broken and what happened and
Oh
to
yeah,
be
okay, that nip. Yeah,
all
sure.
Well,
all down
first
and dirty
off,
with it.
It's
Go
not
on.
being broken. It's ending. There is a difference. But for the most part, it's ending because it was time for it to end. There's been lots of talk about, the way in which the nature of Eve politics is working right now, and we felt that it was time for a change. And the Imperium has been a great ally to us over the period of the last few years at different points, and they've been a terrible ally at times too. But regardless of that, at no point, are we considering ourselves a slave to the Imperium, where we must be beholden to them forever because they helped us. I can't say how much I appreciated when they did come, but by no means is that a forever relationship, I guess, or not in my mind, anyways.
Have
So
you ever had a better ally?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Could you blink 3 times if
Name
BGL
one.
is holding you
CO2?
hostage right now?
Ooh.
I don't know. What, really?
That's it. That's a hot
Really?
take. Okay. That's a hot
Hmm.
take.
CO2, for the most part, until they didn't, went where we asked them to go. Like,
Until they didn't.
right.
Until they-
But like, it's one of those interesting things. Like, I've had a lot of, like, at the big block level, obviously there's nobody that's been a better ally than the Imperium. Sure, like that's 100% true. But like at the small and medium-sized level, there's plenty of people that have been better allies over the time. I've been around Eve a long time, right? It shouldn't be surprising that there has been better. But
A better question would be like, who's been a great ally for a longer period of time? Because eventually all those smaller guys and stuff.
Why is this a question? Like, how many times have people in the Imperium been like, "Oh, fuck test. I want to go fucking murder test, all test, kill test,
I
die
mean, what
test,
kind of
die."
allies are you?
Well,
And-
they're in your corp now.
Whenever it's that's true. The biggest voice
Yes.
is in my corp now.
Well,
Again.
to be fair, there is this animosity, and it makes me wonder how the hell you guys were allies for so long. If you could even call it being allies instead of just being frenemies or fucking
But
what?
that's it. I mean, look.
We
We're
felt their
just having
pain.
fun.
Al,
Just
let's be
having fun.
honest here. The real
I
reason we were
understand
allies
nuance.
above all else was because we had to be. Otherwise, we were going to
Right.
get killed. And we took a lot of shit and had to deal with a lot of stupidity from the Imperium over the last few years because we were the smaller ally. We didn't have a choice but to take it, right? And after a point, to a degree that sometimes is, not fun, but you just say, okay, fine, like so be it.
Is there a reason
all
why
right,
you decided to end the NIP at the same time that Horde is doing their deployment?
Not really, to be honest. Like I know there's like the big like conspiracy, like none of this was like realistically planned until like 3 weeks ago at best. Like
So before it was announced that you guys were ending the NIP.
well, yes, we planned for at least a week or two before we made the decision to make the largest change in our alliance in the last like several years.
Was that decided within your alliance only, or was that decided in conjunction with other alliances? i.e., Horde.
No. Like in the end, it was decided by me. Like I'm the only person that could make that decision. Like, and that's a weird position to be in, obviously. But like, obviously there was plenty of people that were like, and you can guess who, who've been on the fuck kill goons train for a long time.
I wonder who that could be.
Who? Tell me
But
who.
Tell us.
Wham bam pickle man.
he
Of
writes
course it
telegrams.
was.
He writes
He writes
telegrams.
Pickle Man, the
But-
Telegram Man.
Okay, I don't know that much about your.
No,
your
Matani made
leader.
like this awesome meme name, Piggleman Telegram. Like it's awesome.
Can we get him
Uh,
on the
But,
show? Let me message him real quick.
We should bring on as many leadership people as
Hey,
we can
come
on
on
the show
the
because this is an interesting
show.
thing.
We're talking about how much you hate goons. Perfect.
So you made the big decision. You said, "All
Well,
right,
I'm the
let's
only one
do
who could,
this."
right?
I mean, yeah. Are you the you're the leader of the alliance, right?
Well, not. Well,
No.
it's an
I
interesting.
mean,
Wait, what?
if you're the only one who could,
Billy,
isn't
could
that,
you
isn't that what
actually
that makes
answer
you?
a question for me? Because I still can't figure this out. Who the fuck runs Test? Who is in charge
That's a
of you
good
guys?
question. Yeah.
Well,
Really?
see, that's the part of the interesting dynamic of Test is we have a very esoteric relationship or leadership structure, I guess you could say.
So you're saying it's an anarchist syndicalist commune?
Syndicalist commune.
I'd say
I mean,
it's
they
more
live in
like
Esoteria.
it's how would I describe it?
Drum circle.
No, like it's like a culture of competency, maybe. Like it's a weird dynamic for sure.
It's an unelected republic.
If you're on CSM and you're in
Maybe.
the
I don't
alliance, you clearly run. That's how it always works. That's why Brisk runs
The
initiative.
test.
No, but
That's
like
right.
who
I
who
keep
has the
forgetting.
account?
That's right.
Who has
I
the
run
account
initiative.
that is the CEO of the executive board
Sapo.
of the alliance? Okay, is that you?
No.
No.
Then why is it you who can make that decision? Because everyone's just sort of were willing to take your side on that.
Sapo doesn't play.
Because
Because I
he's in
guess
the
you just have
CSM.
that level of power. Okay, all right then. CSM rules, fair enough.
Yeah, so Brisk is the leader of Init. Billy is the leader of Test. Kenneth is the leader of PL, clearly.
Maria is the
Okay.
leader of fraternity.
Except for goons, though, it's always the Matani for them.
Who?
Well, for goons though, it's more of just it's the Matani.
Matani's been a line member for like 6 years. I don't know why y'all still keep thinking that.
I mean, he still runs he has the power over.
It's not the Matani. Who would it be then, Bob or
I
Bill?
thought Jay Amazingness was our
To
leader.
be fair, his identity is so interwoven with goons. It's like, I mean, that's what you think of when you think of goons. You think of the mittens.
No. When I think of goons, I think of Salt and.
I think of
Well,
Bill.
yeah, I
to
mean,
be
yeah,
honest.
but we
I
all,
think of Big Bill.
Do you think the Matani would come on if we invited him?
No, not a chance.
Oh, what a shame.
So
Are
anyway,
we too little for him?
So the whole like the NIP ending. So K-Killer, you're saying that the NIP ending had something to do with Horde deploying, and that you think that it's all a big conspiracy, that there's going to be some massive invasion of Delve and Fountain, etc.
All I'm saying is that the intel said that Test was doing something in 2 weeks, and Horde was doing something in 2 weeks. And then coincidentally, the NIP decides to end. It's not like
So us
you're
doing
talking-
something in 2 weeks was us announcing that. That was the doing thing.
Actually, Philly, PanFam's too much of a pussy to do anything against us. So when they actually decided to start doing something against us, it's pretty safe to assume that somebody else is.
I mean, there's some truth to that. Like, we've made that joke before that if something's gonna happen in the Galaxy, Test usually the one that is the first to put up or shut up in some way or another.
I mean, you think
already
Albator is
had
going to talk shit without having some sort of confidence?
you already had Test helping PanFam up in Cloudering and Pure Blind for months before this even happened. So
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
really surprised.
Our big help, yeah. How many total kills did the fleets Test send up there?
I think we shot Test more than we.
Yeah, I'm aware, but let's go. Let's focus on the question.
helped.
Oh well, let me get out my notebook. I wrote down every single kill that Test got over the past 2 months. Oh, it's showing 0 Horde and everything else is.
I guess the writing was on the wall.
So you're saying that you can count it on one hand?
Wait a
I'm
second.
saying
because
that
this is important.
when Horde or when Test was bombing, it was void bombs on Imperium, bombs on Imperium.
Oh yeah, well, Siku
Uh,
can do what he wants. Like he's not bound by like
Nope.
you
You
know.
need to get rid of them. You need to get them the fuck out. It's not how it works. Get
So
'em
I'm
out.
gonna link a kill mail in the Twitch chat. I'll also link it in the cesspool here. You're telling me there is 0 test pilots on that kill mail?
oh,
Okay,
that
you don't
kill mail
count.
from Cash.
What do you mean? It's a
We're
it's a
talking
kill mail
about-
it's a
We're
pan
talking
fan
about
kill
pure
mail, dude.
blind.
Said
What
Pan
are
Fan
you-
was getting
Why are
help
you
by
linking
Test.
your
Why the
own
fuck
kill,
would I get
dude? You're
help
not even in
one
Pan
area
Pan.
and fighting in another?
Yeah, you haven't logged in like what fucking a year? Come on.
You're in fucking NC
At
dot,
least since
dude.
May 30th.
You know what? Let me go back to this billboard real quick.
That's probably the newest one, right?
Let's see. Boom. Boom. We log in over here. We log in. We killed a hell last night. But before that, it had been about, 21
3
days.
weeks.
All right. You guys killed a hell, but it was an AMOC hell, so it doesn't really count.
Hey,
Ooh.
watch it.
Poe.
It's funny because that line was literally good in like 2010. 10 years later, Emakel doesn't count.
Well, we do count because we're special and we're proud.
You
Yeah,
know,
it
this
was
is
definitely
not.
I gotta
special,
bust.
that's
I
for
gotta
sure.
bust AMOC balls when fucking Bill's sitting here. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I will
so
say
somebody,
the great thing about that hell is he put in local 5 minutes before we tackled him that he bubbled the gate and everybody was safe to rat.
we just burned right through it.
Yeah,
And
we
just
just
straight
burned
back
right
to the
through it and
gate when we
tackled him.
left.
I'm more wondering, Billy, though, is why end the non-invasion pact part? Like, why not just end like all the other agreements, part of that, but agree to not go after Saw?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Why invalidate the Sov part of the whole the NIP? Like, why not just get rid of everything else? Like, so you can drop on us, we can drop on you.
Still
Well,
do that.
the NIP is the whole thing.
Well, I mean, like, why get rid of the Sov part? Like, who the fuck wants to do that shit?
Because nothing can happen if there's no Sov. Like, I'll give you a great example. Like, Test excels at Sov warfare, but we're generally terrible at whaling. So when someone has a free card to whale us and we can't do the things that we do well against them back, it's quite frustrating, right?
Can't you kill our structures?
Well, usually structures are considered more Sov than iHubs, to be fair. Like,
Well,
then you're talking about creating a different kind of NIP.
Will you be killing the HY Tech WRO Fortizar anytime soon?
No, they're unanchoring it.
They're on. Okay, cool. So I'll get some asset safety notifications.
So it's gonna be a horde Fortizar before long, right?
So Billy, if Citadels is mostly Sov, and Citadel fights are mostly about the time zone and the tank, are you saying that you're the best time zone tanker in the game?
No, we're terrible, but we make do.
But he does have a business background, so that should give him some credit.
Is this a sort meme or are you trying to dox?
Of course it was a sort meme, yes.
Jeez.
Come on.
Well,
Redline stopped my joke to death, though. But
yeah, he made it really awkward. I'm like, business background, eh? But no, I definitely enjoyed the kind of hilarity of the whole bring it on the meta show again. So
I thought that was fun. I was very much looking forward to.
You didn't seem like you thought
like
it
I
was
said,
fun.
No, it's hilarious. Look, as I said, as I said in that thread on the video, you have Asher and Mittens when he's in like war propaganda mode on at the same time. You try to get a word in edgewise. I dare you. It's hard.
I mean, I would love to, but every time I speak during the meta show, it instantly becomes about me, which is terrible.
Well, of course, and he's
awful.
got to bust your nut. See, that would have been funny if you had talked. He might have stopped propagandizing to shit on you. I would have had time to talk then. That would have been fun.
That would have been good. That would have been good. So the meta show and also the firesides have been really cringe lately. Care to comment on that? Like,
well, let's be fair here,
subjective.
Redline. As much as whatever, like Trash Talk Tuesday is pretty cringe.
Yeah, it's funny for you to be calling them.
Yeah,
cringe,
I don't know
dude.
if that's
We
the
just
line
had a
you
game
wanna
of
be
Cards
taking.
Against Humanity last fucking week,
Okay.
which is fun.
What's
So
fun?
But still,
I'm saying cringe in the sense of that, like, I don't ever come on this show and say things like, hey, bring it on. I really want it. I want it so bad. Which is
That's
literally
fair, that's
what the
fair.
fireside was like
Getting
2 weeks
weird.
ago.
I hope someone clips that, please.
It's really weird.
I'm
Stopping
sorry.
that already.
We're doing a show about a fucking spaceship game, first of all. So I just want to lay that out there that you're criticizing other people for doing a show about spaceship games when we're doing a show about spaceship.
Well,
I'm
what I would
not.
say to that red line is that I think it's pretty obvious that you're never going to have a career as a phone sex operator. So I think that's a good sign.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
glad.
sure.
But
But
what I'm saying
the stuff
is,
is fun. It's fun. Look, it's funny. People like it. It amuses them. That's what most of this is. It's supposed to be entertainment. We are entertained. I was entertained by the fireside. I think you were entertained by it too.
I was not entertained by it at all.
How? That's because you have
Then
no
don't
sense of
listen to it.
then you and Blazing Bunny can
was-
sit in the corner and say everything is cringe that
If-
you don't laugh at because you don't know what's funny.
If I'm being honest, I was strangely aroused by it, but I was not entertained by it.
That's entertaining.
What the fuck?
It's not entertaining. I
You're
just left the
entertained by
channel.
it. Trust me.
Interesting
That's
taste,
just the
don't you?
nature of the beast here.
But anyway, no, I didn't think it was funny. It was like it seemed like he is really trying really hard to just I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even
Gotta rally the troops.
Yeah, but like that though?
I mean,
also-
you used to be rallied by it, so I don't know why you're talking.
I
shit.
was never rallied by it. Please.
Oh, yes, you were.
No, I wasn't. What do you mean?
You totally were.
No, I've never been rallied. Rallied?
Rallied. Delana, I'm sorry I killed you yesterday, by the way. I felt bad.
Wait, where did you kill Delana?
We were fighting, what the fuck were we fighting? We're fighting an OW? I can't remember. I don't remember
Dilemma.
where we were fighting, but we didn't kill Alpha Star twice yesterday, just once.
Yeah, where's
But I
Alpha
did
Star
kill
tonight?
I did kill Delana, and I felt bad about it.
I don't know where
He's the
Alpha Star
loudest
is.
motherfucker y'all got. God, it's gonna be great whenever he gets mud stomped. I'm just gonna fucking stomp his ass.
Is that going to be at the
Fucking
top of your
schoolyard.
curve? That's the top of your curve, right?
That's slightly coming
Yeah.
down the curve, right? That's when we start winning. Is when we start slightly coming down the curve.
Yeah, it's like right there at the peak. Like when he hits peak ego.
But I mean,
Peak,
if you're
like-
so strong, why don't you just win from the beginning? Why couldn't you win in Pure Blind and Cloud Ring? Like,
Because we got to make it fun, right?
We kind of did. I don't know
You
if you
didn't.
remember all those keep stars that used to be in Pure Blind and Cloud Ring that you.
Are you
owned.
talking about the ones that were killed or the ones that you unanchored as you were running
the
away?
ones that we killed?
Okay,
was that
well,
4 in 1 day? Was that
yeah,
Pure
yeah.
Blind?
Was X47? Does anyone remember that?
Look,
I remember
talking
that.
about the, like,
Doesn't
2
exist.
years
Also-
ago?
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Pure
X47
Blind
was in
before?
Pure Blind.
3
Yeah.
years ago? Like, what are you talking about?
wow.
Like, are we
my
talking about the last, like,
Last
6
time there
months?
was a big war. It's not our fault. It took 3 years.
The
You mean the one-
reason
the one,
those
like,
keep
3 months
stars
ago?
are in Pure Blind
It's
in the
because
first place?
you lost Pure Blind to us.
What?
That's why. Did you
What
guys
do
used
we-
to own Pure Blind
What?
and all
What?
that stuff up there?
Why do we want to
Like
own?
4 years.
I'm
Pure
just saying.
Blind.
I mean, if you want to go back there, like you can keep going back to when you guys owned all that.
Yeah, I
You
mean, we
lost.
can go to the
Like,
ancient past if you want to.
That is fair. That is fair.
But
If you
here's where
wanna
I want to
back,
go.
We can go back.
Although
I
there was no
wanna
keep
go-
stars back then, so they can't claim to have killed keep stars.
That's
I
true.
want
We
to
didn't
go
even have
recent,
citadels.
right? I want to go recent to where you guys like we were fighting in Pure Blind Cloud Ring. We've been fighting there for the last 3 months, and you have not been winning those fights.
We
And
won a couple.
okay, maybe, but you've lost a lot more than you've won. So if you're going to just suddenly start winning, why don't you just win from the beginning and then, I don't know, people can't say
It's
you're
called-
losing.
Because
called
what's the fun
dramatic
in that?
effect.
Look, here's the thing. If we beat Alpha Star too many times in a row, then he rage quits and says he has too much schoolwork and can't play for a month. So we don't want him to do that. We want him to play. So we need to keep doing that. We need to keep having
You're just looking
good
out for
fleets
the
where
little
sometimes
guy.
exactly. It is equal opportunity for mid-tier FCs.
So DJ, I gotta ask, we got you in your saber yesterday.
Dude, I
Were you
was
baiting
like,
us? Were you baiting us, or you just
no,
trying to get to your
I
fleet?
was just trying to watch you guys, see what you were doing, and then like somehow I got decloaked. Cause I don't think you knew I was cloaked on the gate.
No, it was totally by accident. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
and
the
then
greatest
I
ever.
just wasn't paying attention. But when
Well, it
Headlighter
looked like
called
you were trying to
prime
get
there,
through us to your fleet because they were like 2 jumps away.
no, like
Right. So we weren't sure if like, oh shit, he couldn't get there.
no, like somebody mentioned you guys were out, so I just like hopped in a ship to go find you guys, and then like I cloaked on the gate because you were in system. Then you like, oh, I'll just sit here. They won't, decloak me. They don't know I'm here. And then, well, I was completely wrong and got decloaked and died.
So, guys, let's be clear here. Brisk right now is complaining in chat that nobody's talking shit.
I'm
So-
trying to talk shit and you guys won't take the bait.
Brisk,
I'm making Alpha Star mid-tier jokes.
Brisk,
Come back at me. Come on, Billy. Bring it.
Okay, so how long do you think it's going to be before goons leave you high and dry in Fountain?
They're not going to. Why would they?
You think they're going to leave their supers up there to protect you guys, and they're not going to protect
We don't
their
need
own?
their supers up there to
I will
protect us.
personally get on my knees and burn myself alive before we leave.
Oh, you think
In
that?
game.
I
In
would
game.
bet money. I would bet money. The second, like the first, like Quarius, like Fortizars are going down, somebody's going to be like, "Ah, we better go redeploy to Delve. It's pretty risky. Can't let them get in the area. And like all the pressure will come right off initiative.
Okay, I'll be honest. If Delve gets attacked from the other direction, I would expect them to leave Fountain.
Exactly.
It would suck,
Which is
but I
fine.
would expect them to do
We
it.
don't need them to come save Fountain.
No, I agree with you, Brisk, but I'm saying, in all honesty, if Delve gets hit, that is going to be the priority. Matter of fact, it's going to be the priority for Initiative, and it's going to be a priority for Bastion.
So
that's just the truth of the matter.
Let's say that PanFam hits Fountain from the northeast side, and Test hits Delve from the southeast side of Delve. How long before?
Oh, shiggity shwoody.
Well, then we won't have to worry because we
going
can
for
take
the
PanFam.
initiative booty. Brisk has got that fucking ass. We're coming for it. Okay.
How long
Let's
before
fine.
you guys leave Fountain and go protect Delve because you're such helpful servants?
If we're getting hit by let's say a group as big as PanFam, probably not. It'll be Initiative. Bastion will defend Fountain to the best of our ability, and we'll defend Delve.
I think Bastion can defend anything.
We can defend 92.
Wait, hold up. They had a dude, like, I think he was multi-boxing, he scared off a 20-man adversity.
Wait,
Just
20-man who?
Adversity.
Okay, that's not saying much. Let's be real.
No, but the thing is Bastion, they may be a small group of guys, but those guys know how to fucking multi-box and defend their...
From adversity. That's like...
Well, let's be clear here. There's a difference between knowing how to multi-box and defend your space when you know one Sino has got 50 supers behind it, and defending your space when there's no backup, the enemy's got 100 dreads in range. Right?
Bastion has a lot of experienced players that they don't play the game anymore. So
God damn.
Wait a
That's
second.
rough.
So how are they going to defend their space if they don't play the game anymore?
that's my point. I mean, we're not the strongest
Okay,
group out there
so
by far.
again,
Initiative
how
is the
long
strong group in Fountain.
before all of you retreat and consolidate into Delve and ball up like little monkeys and just throw bananas at everybody? How
I
long?
can tell you, my group will not do that. My corp won't. I was in Test when the goons kicked Test out of Fountain. Right, I was there for that. We didn't leave Fountain. We said, "Fuck you, Test. We're staying here and fighting." And we fucking turtled up and set Princess Bribe and harassed the shit out of them forever. I enjoy that fucking kind of fighting.
Also, Redline, how long until like ASP and the rest of leadership get bored and like, oh shit, well we have nothing to do here, leave and then go steamroll over Villy?
Your audio's dying.
They're going to go back to Pravi, right? I mean, it's
Red
not
line.
that time, isn't it?
Redline, Lord's servant will have sovereignty and TKE before you take Fountain.
Brisk, stay away.
I'm expecting Rich to save us all.
Clear here.
Oh, God.
We all know that
No.
there's a
No,
knife
God.
coming from my back, but I've got my back armor on, and we're gonna try and make it only hurt a little when it comes. Okay.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's
Billy,
wise, Billy.
Listen,
That is
Billy,
wise.
all you have to do is win, and no one will stab you in the back. I promise.
I hate to
That's
break
not
your
true.
line,
guarantee.
but I've been there, done that, got the knife still.
Yeah,
It still
that's not true.
happens.
It's playing in Vale. Like
How many times has Test been backstabbed by NCPL?
I don't know how many.
Every war.
in the iteration I'm in, only once. But
So-
you know, I think it might be 3 now.
So
I don't
Villy,
know.
I know you're helping Horde and PL, but are you like broing up with Frat as well, or like there's kind of a question mark?
Yeah,
are
what
they
is the
gonna
deal
do?
there? That's kind of a rough one, isn't it?
What happens when they look at you guys and they're like, "Oh, fucking off over here"? I like that system.
Well, let me put it like this: if I've got Test is next coming into my space, I'm pretty sure I'll be in a position where I'll take any help I can get.
Fair, yeah.
You know,
Isn't that how you ended up with this nip in the first place? That you just thrown in the trash?
Yeah, pretty much. But guess
Well,
what?
I'm
Every once
just-
in a while, you got to shift stuff up. You got to do something
I'm
fucking
just
different.
saying,
I
look,
could sit in
we-
Esoteria with the nip and we could fucking sip pina coladas, go to the TTT, have a drink, come back. Esoteria, we kill some fucking filamenters, and we could call it a year. I'm out here doing something fucking different. You know, it's like, we got to try something. You know.
All right, so two
something no
things.
one ever
The
First of
game
all,
do.
needs
First of
wars
all-
like this every once in a while. Otherwise, it's just awful.
Go brisk.
This is
go
good
brisk,
for
go
everybody.
First of
brisk, go
all,
brisk.
this war will be real when the TTT thing falls apart. That's when you know that this shit is for real.
Why would it fall apart?
Yeah.
I'll
The
gladly
other
take a spot.
TTT.
I'll gladly take Goonswarm spot
I got
in that
6 games,
TTT
so.
agreement.
Well,
Second thing is,
Oh, I
you
thought
pay
you were talking
rent
about
to
our
Horde-
show.
You pay rent
What
to
the
Horde. You
hell?
can't take a part of that.
I don't pay rent to anyone, bro.
So here's the real
All-
question: could you
I'm
have
sa-
a war between Goons and Test and PanFam and still have the TTT intact?
Depends on who
my
the
yes, to be honest,
people
because
who. It
as
depends on
much as
people who are running it can keep level heads. Yes, we can.
so I can generally keep a pretty level head. So the question is, you know,
Can we?
am I going to be okay continuing to pay goons while they blow up all my space? And the answer is, like, the TTT doesn't have like a clear exit, you know, unfortunately. So, you know, either at the end of the year I'll do a review or something, but like that's
I'm just telling
6
you,
months out. Like,
at some point, somebody's going to say, why are we funding the SRP for the guys that are blowing our shit up? It happens every time.
well, the
Can
reality
you
is I'm the one
imagine-
paying out the bills, right? So that person basically has to be me, or you guys have to attack it, which means, you know, then you're kind
Do
of.
you have no political pressure?
Oh.
Is there nobody that
Oh,
can tell you,
there's
bust
always
your nuts and say this is not cool?
there's always people. There's always people in the ear. Fucking kick goons out. We don't need the goons. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the goons.
Actually,
Yeah,
let's
let me,
do
kick
let me
Horde,
guess.
kick Horde.
Is it
But,
is
like-
it Manny and PGL that are pushing against us?
Obviously.
Like,
You've
I'm
just
not gonna
like
name any
adopted
names, but-
every single person from NC, and then like they worm tongued you into this war.
Listen,
that
regardless,
old guy and
there's
look
always voices in
around.
the ear, but in the end, you gotta, you know, I don't know. There's an element of my word, and I'm the only once again that gets to make the call, and it's I'll hold out as long as I can.
So can you imagine
All right.
2,000 people in perimeter fighting over the Tranquility Trading Tower?
Please
Keep Star?
no.
Another perimeter
Please, no.
battle
It would be
would be
fucking epic. That's for sure.
fucking annoying.
No,
Would it?
I mean, there's some idiots like right now that are
The high sec guys complaining would be priceless.
like there's honestly like right now there's multiple groups that are like still trying to like plan. They're like, oh, we're gonna go after it with Vexers, or we're gonna go after the destroyers, and we're all like, okay, it's gonna be like they've all got these like, you know, we're just gonna suicide enough ships into it to like kill it, but they're all like turkey shoot plans, which never work because people love turkey shoots, right? It's like, let's just feed Vexers while they shoot us. It's like, it doesn't quite work the way people think it does. And you've got to be able to do it, you know, 3 times because we get the 24-hour notice on the war deck.
Ask Killer B how much fun he had.
That raises a fair
Don't you
point.
have to do it 9 times? Isn't there 3 locations?
How do you kill a high sec keep star with the limitations that high sec gives you? How do you kill it?
You win the subcap fight.
Macarials.
How do you do that?
Like any standard battleship, like this thing was reinforced
Leshaks?
like 2 or 3 times by like 20 Leshaks. Like it's not impossible to do. It's just
Ravens.
that, like yeah, Ravens can work to a degree. Like the problem is once again you just have to be able to win the subcap fight in all reality against, you know, a defending force. And the problem is that the defending force is still technically, you know, Goons, PanFam, Legacy, right? Which means that if you can't handle like 2,000 subs, then you probably can't do it. And
No, but here's the thing: if you're gonna go to war with goons, they might go to war with you over the station.
So what?
I mean, they could, yeah.
They might fight over the station.
Why would they
So
fight over
have
that?
they-
But like, why would people just not use the TTT as just like the surrender conditions, right? So if Imperium's winning, both Test and PanFam just say, okay, we'll pay you more. Imperium's losing, they just say, okay, you can take more of our cut, and then they just call it quits. Similar to how like there was that big
Could
fight,
be a
like three-way fight in
condition.
high sec,
I
and then they
hope
all.
that doesn't
Literally
happen.
rigging the
just
game. That is
political
rigging in the game.
structure.
I mean, but that's what
It's
happens,
just
right? Like that's what
political
happens in Eve. It's happened every time with every war ever.
I don't think that this war, if so, I still don't know whether this war will happen or not. But if it does, I don't think this war will be a war where someone can just diplomacy their way out of it.
No,
Because
that's
you
not going to
either
happen. Y'all are going to implode before we even fucking get the fountain.
you
Well, I
either
think
have
TTT is much better a diplomatic tool than 40 factions forward is ours. I'm just saying.
well, it might be, but nonetheless,
You gonna
you've
unanchor it,
either
go put it in fucking 1DQ2?
Exactly
from
right. We'll put it right
from
in the fucking gallery.
from what I've heard from Firesides and from the meta show, it's either going to be everybody dogpiles in and attacks goons, or goons steamroll Test. Like,
Come on, Redline.
right?
You know better
It
than
doesn't
that.
even have to be either or.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, we could
look,
just
look,
like go.
listen.
We can
Look
still
at the fucking
lose.
map. Look
We
at the
can
fucking
still
map.
lose.
What do
You
you
can
mean?
see right away
Test-
look at the map. You know exactly what's going to happen.
What's going to
PanFam
happen,
comes
Brisk?
down-
Tell me.
PanFam comes from the north and has to go through Fountain because God forbid they go through towards Quirius because they'll get distracted by Pravi and go kill some fucking puppies again. They're going to come from the north.
What is
and
puppies?
Test
Someone
comes
explain
from the
what that is.
south, and it's going to be a pincer, and that's what they're going to do. It's obvious. You got to fight goons on a two-front war. You can't let them have one front. Otherwise, they'll fuck you with numbers. This is the most obvious thing in the history of Earth. I don't know why anybody doesn't see it.
It's a puppy, Brisk.
And I don't know why anyone
Anybody
doesn't
that's not
see
in the
the counter.
So
Well, obviously.
I definitely enjoy the strategic analysis you guys make. And
But what happens when Frat goes, we're too fat to fail, PanFam will never fucking kick it? And then
What do you
decides to,
mean?
like,
Too fat to
Crap.
fail is pretty good. I like that.
I don't know. Like, as much as Norris is like, he's got his shifty moments. I mean, he's been an alliance leader for a while. He knows how to play the game. Like,
I mean, PanFam's the sketchiest motherfuckers in game right now. You have to sit there and kind of consider it.
Oh fuck.
Listen, here's an interesting way to look at this. What happens if Test gets rolled here? We lose Esoteria, we lose Paragon Soul, and goons take it over, whatever.
Come rent space in Oasa.
No, let's just like go over at this for a little while, right? So like in our heads, because I'll be blunt, I did this analysis. So we lose Esoteria, we lose Paragon Soul, we retreat to Faith or Impasse or Curse or Stain or wherever. We now have the Imperium controlling 2 regions right next to us. We've got all kinds of content at our door. Yeah, we lost some space, but we got fucking 10 regions of that shit. Like, as much as it's a bad thing, it's still not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, you got to realize that the value, in being in this position is that there's more than just the economy to think about here. Yeah, it's nice and people can Roracle Mine and Super Rat, but as I said, we still got like 8 fucking regions of that shit. To me, a lot of times the most important thing is just focus on the guys having fun. And as much as it depresses me to say, for the last 5 months to a degree in Test, I know we haven't given the guys as much as they want. And if I'm failing at that, then I need to do a better job. And that in the end, that means maybe I do something that gets us fucking rolled right out of our regions. But maybe I do something that causes us to have a great war, and maybe we win, and maybe we take Delve, or like I don't know if I'd want to live in Delve, but it's a.
Do you think it'll get to that point, or will more
So why-
test corps keep leaving, which is the only reason that you need to just shake things up?
Well, we haven't lost a corp in what, 3 months, 4 months?
Well, why are you
like when
teaming
we
up
lost
with the
Corp-
guys who own 13 to 14 regions then? If you think,
Well, who said we were teaming up?
well,
Yeah, who said
okay,
that?
It's
I'm
fucking
sorry.
obvious.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
Test,
it's interesting here because you say it's fucking obvious, but let's do the fucking obvious conclusions here. So the Imperium is very much like a crazy ex-girlfriend. You had a good relationship 2 years ago. You had this really nice fight together. Then you went out on a date up north, and X-47 happened, and you guys, you had a really romantic time.
And then we boiled your blazing bunny.
And then for 2 years, it's like you kind of like sitting awkwardly next to each other. Nobody really knows how to react. should I make the next move? Who's gonna cup what? Like, it's this really like awkward relationship.
Who's gonna cup what?
But then you're like, okay, girl, it's been really good. We had a good time. I feel we need to move on to each other people. And she's like, fuck that. Test next. You're dead, bitch. Like, and like goes full like crazy X. And like, you're like, well, I kind of saw that coming. I knew who I was in bed with here. So you're like, I guess I better open a call to Jimmy and Mo and Vince and see what they're going to say. And maybe they'll help protect me from this crazy lady, because I know I'm getting my fucking dick cut off if I don't make some calls here, right? Like it's not like I didn't do this like this
Pretty
chain
sure
of
this
events.
was more of we found you cheating and then made that decision.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever been that
pretty
crazy
sure there's a
ex?
country song written about
Billy,
this.
that was
Have you ever been that crazy ex where you're like, I know you're cheating. I know you're cheating. And we're like, but bitch, I'm not cheating. But you're like, I know it. And it's like, who am I cheating with? You're cheating with Vince. It's so bad. And
But
you're like,
it's
who's
not like you're
Vince?
cheating though. It's more like you're just like
Like,
buying
and
a
you're like, I guess I
prostitute
better
and
call
wasting our
Vince and let him
savings.
know.
Everyone.
But the best part would be like you're screaming, you're cheating, and then they admit it. That would be the funny part.
But the problem is we weren't. Like, literally, Progon wanted to, but I was like, fuck, no, we're not. And after a while, you get the accusations, you're like, fuck, you know what? I'm going to go cheat, because fuck if
I'm getting accused by it anyway, I might as well do
After
it,
a while,
right?
it's like, fuck, bitch, you want this? Here we go. Like, and literally that's been like 6 months. So it's like, I think I held out pretty well, a long time. So, you say what you want.
Sounds like
PGL
is this a
gave you a
therapy
smooth salary,
session
didn't
for
it?
you, Billy? Are we like
Listen,
airing some laundry about your past? You had a traumatic.
I didn't cheat with her either. Like, okay, I'm a good
There
guy.
you go.
She's fucking nuts.
Oh, are
Okay?
you all right?
If you
Jesus.
heard that,
PTSD.
what is her fucking name? I can't remember her name now.
PTSD war.
Natalie.
That's what
Oh
this is.
fuck. Actually, I named it.
Yeah.
The old Poss in P-2 was named after her. She's the fucking craziest bit, because that was the old MC tradition. You named the Death Star Posses after the craziest bitch you knew. She was fucking crazy. But yeah, no. So what are we talking about? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No, I wanted to hear you
don't know.
keep letting it out, dude.
This
Like,
is
you were
funny.
just
This is
telling on
good.
us, you were telling us about your experience.
Look, here's the thing. Even if you guys aren't ally with PamFam, the minute that you guys start fighting, they're going to come out of the woodwork, because that's what they do.
Of course. Let me be clear. There was never a doubt in my mind that the second I didn't be like, girl, we should see somebody else, and the Psycho X was gonna come out. Like we all knew that was gonna happen. That's I can't think of a female name for Mittens. Fuck, I wish I could. Like
Melanie.
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Oh yeah, of course. Fuck.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, AOC.
So it's like, Alexandria, we got to see other people. It's like, nah, you're fucking dead to me. And like, the knives were coming out, right? It's like, Alexandria sends her regards. It's coming. Like, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna make some calls because I know those knives are coming, right? So yeah, absolutely, we're gonna make some calls. I'm not denying we're gonna make some calls, but I don't know what to say here.
All right. While you guys are having fun, I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to clear some wife aggro.
Oh.
So you all have fun, and I will catch you.
I have an image you need to put on stream.
Do you? Do you
Look
really?
Looking backstage.
I think it's more like about timing.
Looking backstage.
There's been an interesting threat.
This isn't even a good meme, Seto.
I think it's pretty good.
There has been way better memes the last few days. Like, get some fucking.
What are those animated potatoes? What the hell are
That's
those?
a rookie meme. Fucking up your game.
Why is Vince
Kind of
holding the
bad.
Sino?
Jealous GF meme.
Can I ask a
What,
question?
what are those things? I'm not sure what those are.
It's this.
It'd be
Say,
funnier if I knew
with-
what it was, I guess.
With all the propaganda and the memeing and shitposting going on for this war, I am disappointed, and I might have to come out of the woodwork and show the propaganda departments what they're missing.
Rich, why do you always talk like you're a fucking narrator?
I was about to ask him about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I know, no, see, I told you, Rich is gonna come to our fucking aid. He's gonna kick both of our asses.
Rich,
and just wipe us all
Rich,
out.
I know you didn't have the greatest time in tests previously, but are your meme
Mhm.
services for hire?
What?
Wait a minute, what?
Fuck test.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I guess I was gonna
He's
be
amazing.
Pan Fam, but the reality is it's the small ganger.
Don't say
Look,
yes, Rich.
Rich,
Don't
say
say
what
yes. It's a
you
trap.
will.
It's a trick.
Say what you.
I've
say what
seen
you will
your
about it.
meme powers, Rich, And I don't know if I've ever seen anyone
remember, he's an
so determined and
evil,
effective with such a
huge block leader. Don't do it.
yeah.
Rich,
I'm
Rich, who joined your chat and came and sat with your people around the
I may
fire?
be as good a small ganger as you, Rich, but I'm not as good at meme. Like I know that.
Yeah, Tess is
You
terrible.
say
All
you're
they do
better
is
than everyone else at
throw
everything
fucking
and
dinosaur, and that's it.
but like the
I mean, I
one
get
thing
it.
that
I
you'll
mean,
concede
I've
to,
seen him in action. He's pretty good.
one thing you'll
I-
concede to is memes.
I don't say I'm better than everyone, but I know I'm like at least as good at certain stuff than certain people. So
Oh, I know, but it's like, yeah,
I saw Rich losing that stiletto the other day.
Rich, who's been
is
helping you
legendary.
kill the horde botters and their super carriers lately? It's been us.
Oh, why, Bill?
Yeah,
The
Rich,
most-
can we unleash you in period basis?
The best part about this is getting Laz interested in Eve again.
I know, man. Hopefully he joins my corp.
I've come across multiple contracts, and I'm satisfied that for what I've done and what I'm about to do, that there's a little bit of history to be made. I'm going to be a bit more humble and say I don't want to exactly start making dents.
You are
But,
literally a
I-
spec, Rich. A spec.
Rich,
That's right.
Hold up.
I do hope
Here's what
your
you should do.
propaganda department
Here's what you
train
should
your men to train some men some more, because once I step into the fray, I'm going to show both of your propaganda departments what you're missing.
Rich,
I
are
know
you
what
going
we're
to take
missing.
that?
Rich,
What
no,
I can
what
do.
Rich
Red
is doing.
line?
Sell to both
No,
of
here's
them,
the real
Rich.
thing.
Yeah,
Service
do that.
both
I'll
of
buy
them.
some too.
Rich is becoming Eve's first in-game cam girl. I mean, cam man. Whatever the fuck.
Running the ultimate
You might have been right
OnlyFans.
the first time.
Yes. The
Rich, I'm
ultimate
not going to
only-
be you, but I'm going to be your bro.
That's so.
Like, are we
I'm
just?
Rich,
gonna
I
hang out
implore
with
you, please
Bill,
go
your
serve
side is the
both
first
sides
one.
to get as much money as possible.
So are we
your side is the
literally
first one to
giving
threaten-
credit to this theory that Rich says he has contracts out to do what? What do you have contracts out for? To make propaganda?
But it's Rich.
Not at
Dude.
liberty to say, Redline. There's all sorts of things for the right price. Anything. But
Okay.
Big Bill,
So
I have to
basically, what you're
say-
saying is that you
Sorry,
have more information that you're not willing to reveal. Again.
Well, the war kicks off in less than how many days? I wouldn't want to.
Well, it starts after the Keepstars are already taken down. So
Bill, however, I have to say, your side is the first one to threaten the independent groups. Over
What
what?
do you mean?
No, that shit that
Whoa,
Philly
what's
and
that?
Redline put together. Don't believe that shit.
Well, I'm going to raise a diplomatic complaint and request for complaint about somebody called Bard Ghost. He threatened that any independent group that takes a side in this war that isn't the side of goons, that afterwards, should goons not be glassed and destroyed, that they would spend the next 5 years hunting us down. Every wormhole we go in will be evicted. We're gonna have to change
Really
characters
believe
and
that?
change.
I'm gonna take that
Really
up
believe
one notch. I'm just gonna say it now. All the independent groups, we're gonna glass you whether you take a side or not. How's that sound?
I like this
Well,
idea.
Funny how you actually believe that someone will really go 5 years worth of effort to do that.
We're the reason you guys have space to live
Eve,
in.
but honestly, the fact that they've left you alone this long means that they're probably going to leave you alone for longer.
Nobody cares.
Do you have anything the big groups would want?
There you go.
Content.
A really cool
Skilled
alliance
players.
name.
Speaking of
Well,
big
maybe that.
groups,
Yeah.
I
How do
will
you get
say
content by leaving
Do you have
them
FCs?
that we are
Yes, yes,
starting
you
to
do.
see a lot of people pile into this local system in Tunedin. Local is it's just climbing rapidly. We're almost to 600 people. People are just jumping in, saying happy birthday. I hope if you're watching the stream that you're here, because I'm looking at Rorquals and Naglfars and holy shit.
I mean, if Rich is against Botters, it means he's against NC because we've all seen the data on that.
Yeah, how many reasons they own for their
Not
botters?
every group has botters. Jesus fuck this shit.
Oh
is
no,
fucking
they
trash.
just have the most banned players.
just
Let's
rent
be,
to
let's
those
be
groups.
clear here. NC's not number one. Frat is number one. Okay, like let's not like take the title from the king.
Do you
But,
still see them differently?
sure.
Like, it's like different shades of purple. I mean,
Jesus Christ, this shit again.
But like, let's be clear here. You know who took in the number 2 bot group?
Test.
Goons!
Goons,
It's
Iron Crown,
Goons!
and Dracaries. Like Iron Crown is literally a bot farm. Like literally no real players.
I thought they're gone now, though.
Yeah,
and
Iron
Ranger
Crown base.
Regiment.
Didn't Iron
And
Crown
gone.
get thrown out?
Like I still take pride that we are the like least good at recruiting the bot corps.
Kids with
guns.
guns.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Isn't that just because most of your players aren't smart enough to figure it out?
That's like we're literally pointing at each other and say, "You don't poop."
I mean, that is
Basically
kind
just
of
doing really
what's
fucking
happening.
Wow, to the people that like to bring up kids with guns, you can go read Kid with Guns Alliance bio and tell me how you think they feel about tests. So, and for anybody that hasn't,
Kids
it literally says like
guns.
fuck test. They kicked us out of our space or something. So
Kids with Guns
Yeah.
Alliance. Description: not in OMIS since Test sold it for 500 billion per month to AOM China guys.
yeah, they're very bitter.
I guess
The local
so.
number
Wow.
continuing to spike, and the impending battle coming up. I'm probably going to take a step out to go link up with my corp. Thank you all for the show so far, and maybe I'll be
I'm
back
trying
on.
to find caps.
So you got to
Do
leave.
that, dude.
We'll have fun. Thanks a lot.
Yep, and I hope to see you all there as well.
Stop
Also-
announcing your departure. Jesus.
Just saying, thank you. Goodbye.
Make it
Billy,
sound like the show's
is
over.
it just test? Or are you planning on trying to bring all of Legacy in on the
Well,
war?
Legacy is, a coalition. So if we act, we'll probably act as
So
one.
you think like X Death is gonna think this is a good idea to go after goons?
I would guess they would, help us like we help them. That would be my guess. I haven't had the chat necessarily, but
Does this mean that I need to pull my
allies are
AMOC
allies.
invite to you?
So here's my question, right? So let's go back to this, this big war that's supposedly going to happen. Why was the conversation on there was some sort of conversation where the Matani said that some keep stars might be lost in Fortress Delve? Is that a thing?
You
Do you
have
think
to have
that
phase lines in
He
the
did
defense,
not
right?
you mean Delve.
Yeah, and you also have to
Well,
have
they're pulling
phase
the
lines.
Cloud Ring ones. I think I read
Correct.
somewhere they're pulling one of the Quarius ones.
Correct.
And we can't touch the Quarius one because it'll be pulled, I assume, before the NIP is over. So that'll be safe. And I
I
find
think
it
he's
highly
just
unlikely.
preparing everybody that if let's say the whole rest of the null sec comes after us, we may lose keep stars, and did not panic. If we
Okay,
did.
I just want to address a point for ex Jenny Slayer in chat though. He said, "How could you support X Death after all he did to the Russian community system?" I never supported X Death, and literally XIX the Alliance had me on their ballot instead of X Death because they also didn't support X Death. He still bears that the Alliance still bears his name, but he has nothing to do with it. Just so, because I know not everybody's tracking in the Russian community. There's a lot of dislike for X Death, and let me be clear: at no point did I support him, and he wasn't on our ballot for CSM. We
So
are not.
I
I don't think you
I do like Mad Hatter's point where he says the only thing that's kept Delve safe is knowing that if Delve was invaded, Test would help, and that Goons just lost Test back up.
I don't know if that one's.
Yeah, I think he's
true?
just
Or just talking out of his ass.
retarded.
Well, I mean,
Fair.
there's truth and not truth to that, right? Like, up until 2018 and afterwards, Test had an agreement with Goons where if either of them were attacked by, the pandemic family of alliances, the other would come help. Obviously, didn't quite go that way in 2018, but it sort of did. And then, obviously, both sides brought supers to the other's conflict in that war. But
What's funny is that everybody always is like goons, blah, 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 blah. But really, it's like, no, it's just Imperium saving the game from the great blue blob that is.
Oh,
I don't know if you want to go that angle, my man.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, no.
I mean, yeah, it's like, let's see, we have Delve, period, basis, Fountain, and like we're sprinkled in Quarius a little bit, even the fake Quarius. And then like the rest of 00 is like all friends right now. I mean, I'm genuinely curious as to how you argue against that.
How we argue against what?
That like Goons and Init and Imperium are not saving the game from the big blue
Goons are the big blue blob. Are you fucking stupid?
Are
Like,
you?
to say
No,
I
everyone's
like,
don't
a
understand
retarded
that.
meme?
No,
Like,
no,
are you
By
really?
what
are the big
metric?
Really,
blob.
this fucking dumb.
what
Okay,
metric?
let's be
metric
clear.
are you going
Do you
on?
think
Right.
PanFam and Test are friendly in any way aside from like, oh god, Crazy X is gonna come kill me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Literally, Headliner has asked Progon to come to time, like, and help them.
We've been shooting Tess and Cash. We
Right.
being
Just like 2 weeks ago,
Rain,
what you
when you
guys
look
had
at the
it dumped
map
up,
and
didn't
you see Fountain, Delve, period basis, and Quarios. Okay, if you count on one hand how many regions that is, and then you start counting the Pan Fam, Frat, Branch.
yeah,
definitely in
PanFams
there.
and join regions, right?
Does that
Fraternities
still
of
come
March.
under 4 fingers? Is that still 4 fucking
I
fingers?
mean,
Because I don't
count
think
drone
it
regions
is.
as one. Has there ever been a time when drone regions has been split between? Like, oh wait, I actually don't know. So if you know, feel free to share.
Has there ever been a time where Delve's been split by a group? Like,
Yeah, I lived in Delve when Lon was there. NPC space.
I mean, technically it's split right now.
I mean, that's like saying someone owns Venal or some shit, right? Like, yeah, you can have like select groups living there or whatever, but that doesn't mean they own it. Like a lot of these other groups with super.
I didn't realize. But
drone regions is NPC space?
No, it doesn't have it, which it probably should to help people try and infiltrate. A lot of like, say, the mobile bubble changes, where you could like anchor the bubbles. That was changed because drone regions was impenetrable because someone could just spam so many bubbles your game crashes when you try to load grid after jumping in. But what I'm asking, because Bill's over here saying, well, blah blah blah, PanFam owns all these regions, which is fair, but you should consider drone. And then I asked, has there ever been a time when there were multiple groups living in, like, not of the same coalition, alliance, whatever, living in the drone regions?
fighting each other or just living there coexisting?
Maybe fighting each other, but not like I want your space fighting. Similar to like how Quarius has Quarius Fight
Yeah,
Club.
didn't two different Russian groups used to live there? I thought.
Don't
Well,
y'all
way back.
Don't y'all have solving like Jim in it?
Weren't they together?
I don't think so. Not the way I understood it. They weren't together. They weren't. I don't think they were fighting each other, but they weren't out. They weren't like together. They weren't a coalition.
So you're saying Frat is not part of y'all? Is Frat
Frat
their
is
own?
Panda Fam. Panda Fam and Pan Fam are different, and you should consider that.
The same fucking.
You
I mean, one includes winter, the other doesn't.
Winter
That's like saying Test versus
Are
Legacy,
they
right?
blue to
Or
you?
Initiative versus Imperium.
Are they blue to you?
So all right,
Sure,
I want y'all to
but
go out and have
Then
a
you're
fucking
together.
Like, it's a different name for the coalition, though. Like, are you that fucking daft? Like, I'm fucking brainless with
So
this.
here's an interesting
And I
question:
fucking hate
if the
Kool-Aid
Imperium
drinkers.
didn't exist, how many of these relationships do you think would break apart in short order?
0. I think it'd just be
what?
Legacy versus Pan Fam.
You mean your guys' groups?
Wait, you said
Or-
Legacy over Pan Fam. I thought we were friends.
That's why I just broke it up into 2. You all are friends right now, but you're speaking like hyperbard.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Hyperbole?
No, hypothetically.
I think Morris me he's gonna come back and just beat us all.
I think a lot of stupid people are going to start calming themselves and talking about how they can further retreat into Delve, how they have all this territory that they can still crab and all the resources they can farm, and there's plenty of citadels that will protect them. I think that's they want to justify their cowardice and their fear. And such talk, it's parasitic, it's falsehood, and it only contributes to benefit the enemy.
Rich. Like, maybe you're here.
Am I?
In general, like.
Oh, we'll just retreat into Fountain and Fortress Delve. Good heavens, this is.
They're going to abandon.
It sucks to have a good home. Oh god, that's awful.
It sucks to have a group that you play with, that you enjoy playing with in this fucking game, and that you own a smaller area of space because it's easier to defend. Huh, that's such a bad thing, Rich. Aren't you the one?
They also make it sound like we just stumbled upon Delve and found all these structures already up, and and all this stuff already done. Not Bastion didn't work too much, but it was worked real hard to fucking put all that shit
Rich,
up.
could you differentiate between quote unquote retreating to Delve and quote unquote everybody living in one single wormhole system? I'll wait.
While you live in,
I'll
you're
wait, don't
retreating
worry.
further into a single house. Me, I've got a.
Are you comparing a single coalition of 30,000 people and a corporation of 150?
We've got like. Let me pull up. Let me
You're
pull up my
making me
characters.
defend Rich. Come
We can make it.
on,
We can make a
stop.
fractional value here.
Hold on. Let's take a look at my corp. And for your information, a wormhole is less like a. How do I say? A
you live in
house
a
or some sort
wormhole?
of
I
skyscraper.
wasn't legitimately.
I live in a
don't really give
wormhole.
shit. I was just.
Oh,
saying.
is that very well?
I was only pretending to be retarded.
Right, so I had a
Got him,
super
Ryan.
cool cloaky Tengu that I was gonna run and watch this fight, but fucking Brave killed me for some reason.
Oh, that's
That's
terrible.
all good, dude.
You should have put
Sorry,
that
I
on the
thought
stream,
Legacy
dude.
and Pan Fam were blue. Why would they shoot you?
I thought you were
Yeah.
in test.
Hello, at everyone. Standings, please.
So you're not friends, Billy? Is that what you're saying?
Until the Crazy X comes in through the
Right,
door,
of
we're
course.
probably.
It's not like your bomber sig has been helping P-Horde during 99% of their fleets.
Dude, don't get me wrong. They 100% were. It's like true
Well,
story.
That's different than what you were just saying like 10 minutes ago about how they weren't.
So, are you and PGL sleeping in different beds right now? Like, is he in the bed and you're on the couch? About this, or
Does he pace around the house a lot? I feel like he does.
Bill,
take
we have
different
70.
shifts?
All right,
Bill,
so
we have
Rich, shut the
77
fuck up!
active.
I'm not talking to you
we
anymore.
hit
Oh.
1,000 people in locals, so I'm gonna switch it over to the system here. I'm in another ship now, and we're gonna see what happens here. Everything should be the same. Y'all can keep talking though.
Oh wait, Hockey Stud 911 says, "I can't believe I just heard BBTB claim that NC and Test are buddy." Like, okay,
When did
how
this?
is that? How is that not a thing? I'm reading chat, your Twitch chat. You have a Twitch stream going right now, in case you didn't know.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You're
that's
right.
right. I forgot about
do.
that.
I've got 77 active pilots in the Alliance, and we live in a wormhole. A wormhole isn't like some depressed-looking house you're currently living
No,
in.
it's like a hole in the ground. More like a cave.
It's more like a caravan, except it's got a V12 car taking it place to place. Maybe
a
add
muddy
striker
hole.
It's like
attached.
a latrine.
We travel
I
the
feel like a
world.
latrine is a
Yeah.
proper
Imagine,
description.
imagine not letting the guy finish his sentence. You ignorant bunch of fucking retards. Just let the guy talk. He lets you speak, doesn't he?
Do you feel
But
better now?
Anytime
Sir?
you live in a house where you can't find the door every day, that sucks.
I mean, I concede that. To be fair.
It's true.
Dronics.
It's sometimes you don't find a door to civilization. You find a door to somebody else's house. But hey, at the end of the day, traveling from place to place, you can see the world in one world wormhole, 30 billion mass.
Dronics, in case you didn't know,
think
Rich
homeless
will
people say that
continue to
too,
talk
though.
for hours and hours and hours
And?
if you don't interrupt.
I'm sure Redline will shut him down.
So, Billy,
Nope.
it all,
What's
I don't
up?
know if you can answer this or not, but those Citadels coming down, those Keep Stars, did that happening before July 5th, does that change your guys' plans or does it affect you at all?
Did it change our plans? Well, them unanchoring those keep stars definitely made it so that we absolutely had to give them time to do whatever they were going to do. Like it like, how do I put it? Like it would be really like shitty to like, you know, be like, oh, we'd like to end the NIP tomorrow if you could. Like we had to give them like a reasonable amount of time because they were involved in other theater and, you know, doing other stuff. So that was kind of the intent with the timing and related to those keep stars, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would happen. It's one of those things that it looks like those would have been kind of the initial starting off point for the conflict, but with the period taking those off the field, that's got to change battle plans now.
That assumes there was a plan when they were up.
Correct. I say I understand that, but to me, that's where the initial contact probably would have been. Had there been a battle plan, if there is one, how much does that affect? If you had a battle plan for that, how much does it affect you? You know,
was there ever a plan for Tess to come up and help Horde? And
I have no idea. I'm just
aside from PGL just trying to get some content. No, man. Like I can 100% guarantee you, aside from PGL going up with random fleets to try his fucking swag surfer, fucking Zelo, Demet, whatever you want to call them, There was never a plan for Test to come up and do anything reasonable up in Cloud Ring.
I thought you said earlier that something about both people attacking Innet on the fountain front, though.
See, I think Test got enough honor that they'll, they said July 5th, be July 5th. So
Yeah. But like, no, like there was never a plan for that.
I just want PanFam to come in and scoop it up again so we can be on their loss board.
Well, you say there was never a plan, but you mean you never had a plan.
Sure, that's a fair comment to say. I'm sure ProGuy can have plans, but unless I okay them, they can have 1,000 plans. Like,
well, I mean, if his plan doesn't violate anything, and he's just going up to shoot young Keepstars while working with Horde, would he have to get your okay to do that?
I'm not familiar with any kind of those plans, and usually I have a pretty good idea what's going on. Like ProGuy going up to shoot Goon Keepstars was not a thing that we would be doing. Like,
is that a thing that you are going to do?
I imagine Nancy Dot PanFam probably had at least in their mind that that's going to be a conflict driver. Now they're gone. What do?
Is the conflict in Cache over then? Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, we just have the people to break through without support from you guys.
I find that extremely hard to believe, judging on the battle reports I saw.
All the timers were US. We couldn't put together, 400 or 500 people every night for US time zone timers.
They were super fun though, for mine.
Yeah, they were good. But like the Cache is a really deep region. It's almost like 18 light year like distance wise. It's just a really awkward place to attack, and basically we have to go directly into the center of PanFam strength with like extremely limited support on our own side, and it just wasn't working basically. And you guys weren't going to come help, so that was pretty much the way it was.
You don't think that us pulling away the attention of PanFam up north was helping?
No, it was the worst possible thing. You guys stole all the good content.
The thing was though, is like from being on that, I didn't notice a difference. Like PL didn't move up, and I know we were the huge support to an SH who was trying to live there. I don't know all the politics behind it, but I know we would primarily show up and help. And so we saw absolutely no change to anything related to the north.
Like, it's important to understand, because this may not be public knowledge. I don't know if it is or not, but like us attacking Cache was literally your guys' plan, right? Like,
Wait, who's your guys's?
Well, it was Eris.
Oh.
I got metagamed into it maybe at the CSM. I don't know how to put it.
Dude, you got fucking played like a fucking fiddle, dude. What are you next? You
Yeah.
Star? Get Pro God to threaten to cut off your hands, dude.
What?
I made a comment because Judge got metagamed too, so I compared you for getting fucking played.
How did Judge get metagamed? Oh yeah, people keep talking about GigX and free GigX and all this bullshit as if that's the first time he's real life threatened people and threatened to go to their home.
I mean, the metagaming stuff I don't really enjoy, but the whole real life threat thing, like, no fucking mercy. Fuck that. It's very easy to keep shit in game. I don't know why people do that.
The argument I keep seeing is, oh, he made one little mistake, just like Matani. It's like, no, he had multiple warnings against his account. And CCP even said this was not a one-time thing.
Am I seeing here on the stream that NC Dot has ran and they've retreated to high sec and then they're going to hide in or low sec?
Oh boy, you are a piece of work, dude. I'm trying to get to wherever this fight's happening without people killing me. It's hard. I got Blazing Bug over here kicking me from Fleet because he thinks he's some kind of fucking machinima master or some shit like that. Man, let this salt flow. I'm just gonna warp to random celestials and see where I end up.
Who are we watching fight here?
Huh?
At the sun.
Who are we watching fight?
At the sun.
They're at the sun?
Who are we watching fight here?
Right now,
everyone.
Sun,
I didn't see anything. The sun did not even in the sentence at all.
All right,
I know I'm high enough.
I'm joining DJ's fleet.
Kill him, DJ.
Don't follow him before he gets to the fleet, though, because he don't.
Fuck. I'd have to see who's in fleet too.
Hey, Redline. I bet
What,
it would
dude?
probably be a decent idea. Oh, never mind. Local's being spammed. I was going to say, why don't you post your link in local, but it's being spammed.
What is? Oh
It would
yeah,
go
local's
overlooked.
cooked, dude. So basically, what's happening here, and I'm just gonna start warping to random people. I don't even care anymore. If I die, I die. We'll just switch back to having the show. What's happening here is that there's a gentleman by the name of Chappie who was diagnosed with terminal cancer recently, and decided that he wanted to celebrate his birthday in style by creating a massive tie-dye fuckfest, which you can see on the screen. The tie-dye is at 26% right now. Just wild stuff. And I'm warping. I don't know where I land. I'll probably just end up getting killed immediately. We'll see. So anyway, there's 1,800 people in system right now. Locals still spiking up heavily. Like it's just nonstop going up. You can see it in the lower right hand corner of the screen. And yeah, that's what's happening.
But it's just your guys. Okay. I thought you were watching you were third partying here. I wasn't sure what's going on.
What started this? Like, are they like throwing a Titan out or something?
He has
they just said
capitals.
come in.
Yeah, he has some capitals, Chappie does. So I think the goal is for him to lose them, but also have fun while doing it.
It sucks that he's got cancer. That's too bad. Hopefully his birthday thing has fun.
I mean, it seems like it's gonna be. I just need to be able to create a. I'm gonna try to create a safe zone somewhere here, close to where people are fighting. Maybe.
You're gonna land and you're gonna die because you suck at this.
Warp into a bubble, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Low
typical.
Plus low sex in one bubble.
Low sex.
He's probably gonna
Hey.
land at 100 from the sun or something, and there'll be like 20 people at that same spot. Decloaked and die. Brave will kill him, hopefully.
Why is this hopeful?
I don't know. It's entertaining.
Can you warp faster? Jesus Christ.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. That should do it.
We had a nice fight with PL a couple days ago, and Mike Flood decided to go not kick the hornet's nest, but jump right in the middle of it. Got us all killed.
Hey, Redline, did y'all lose some hells recently?
No, but
Oh,
y'all
sorry,
did. Okay, so
Oh,
this
oh.
looks like there's some random fighting happening here, I guess.
You see that hell in L5D that was so recently lost? Yeah, quite a group of people knew about that. In fact, I've heard about it for at least 2-3 days. And if we had a hole and other groups had a hole, we would have brought it down ourselves. But unfortunately, well, the icing on the cake goes to PL, and Fraternity took it down instead.
Cool.
Did you ever get that horde sort of rich?
No, but I did get something else from Horde instead, and it was a Horde ping. Thanks to Taru for showing up. Unfortunately, I had terrible tiredness yesterday.
Is
I
that like
couldn't
a flex
participate in the
having
fight.
a horde spot?
No.
Oh.
He brought the fight onto us, and we brought the fight back to him. The Nesta needs to be fitted a little bit better, in my opinion.
Okay, so this is apparently an isolated
Fucking
fight
Wangs
here.
brought fucking armor battleships. Are you kidding me?
With Guardian Logi.
Oh no.
Like I don't know where to go right now.
And then there's a test Pete.
Close-ups,
here, I'm
Redline.
pretty sure.
Close-ups. I want to see skins, dude.
Visuals,
Let's see the
the
skins.
laggy skins.
Yeah,
There's
dude,
a test. What? Sorry. We have
there's a
Ferox there. I know.
There's also a Pete group from Test 2.
Who's the Pete's? Is that Predators?
Probably.
I mean, I'll give you close-ups all day. So there's a fax here. Apparently, these guys brought prophecies.
Wait, where's Chappie, dude?
I don't know.
The dude?
I don't know. I'm trying to find him.
You guys got fucking scammed.
Sort by name.
He's not on this grid.
No.
Look, I'm scrolling right now. This
I
is
love
all the
I
people
love
that are
that
here.
I love that the vast majority of people on that grid are fucking blue to you as well.
Well, yeah, I don't really know what they're doing. Like, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
look at space compared to overview. Like, there's
Like,
nothing.
I don't understand why this right here is happening. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's just let's kill these nerds, I guess. Whatever. All right, I'm gonna try to make a warp to the sun and see what happens. I'm gonna warp at 0. Watch this.
They were watching the battle.
Have you got a camera too?
Are you watching the battle?
What is the screen that I'm watching?
Oh, this is. I mean, this is apparently Calcif and
Oh, so this is
whoever
a
these
side
other guys
battle.
are. Yeah, this is a side battle. This is just some people.
All right, then just go to the sun at 100 then. Be a man.
That's what I did last time, and then Brave just shot me in the mouth. So I'll try it again. We'll see what happens.
No, on Sun right now,
in it
and Tester, and then UFC is fighting a battleship fleet.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna get there and then die.
Who's UFC? Is that
And Volta has just showed up on grid, and a jacked off fucking Pravi's here. Great.
Okay, so it looks like our fight is happening on the sun, right?
We'll get footage of that in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be up in a second. I'm sorry, I'm not like, I can't help it that I was there and that fucking brave newbies shot my Tengu. That would have been perfect for, fucking watching this shit happen, but, it is what it is.
Valia
Thank you,
complains
thank you.
with alliance standings to Villy. He's sorting all of that. Thanks.
No, it's okay.
What?
It's fine. It's okay.
No,
I don't really
Rich, if you need some war advice, I know this great Eve accountant. I heard he's great for listening to war advice from.
Is that so? I'll tell you what, even though a lot of these are more independent groups are going to be outside the scope of the war, their abstention in the war would only reward them with poverty, where another group would seize the opportunity and the spoils.
Huh?
So,
what?
How you're just gonna die more?
He spends most of his time in Jeddah, but I think if you're gonna invade a region, you should take his advice.
Who is this?
It would be Aerith.
Oh, Aerith. Yeah.
What would his advice be?
I'd go after cash, apparently.
Oh, red line in 3. Oh wow, look at that. That is boredom right there.
Certainly not boredom.
Red line, be a man.
What do you want me to do?
You're gonna loot some stuff.
Go right
Oh,
in and
hello.
start smart
Who's
bombing.
that? Who just rocked up? What
Who's that ball? What's that ball?
Blues?
This ball is a bunch of drones. I think it's the
I
United
won't lie,
Federation of Conifers.
that looked pretty good in tie-dye there, the warp exit effect.
Okay, so
Do you have a
here's our
cloak on their
grid.
ship?
No, fuck no, dude. I don't have a cloak on shit because they killed my Tengu, okay?
You can't fit a prototype cloak to a Thrasher?
Billy,
It's
contact
5
the
jumps
test
away.
FC. Contact the test FC, tell them to shoot red
So
line.
you just did it wrong.
I just didn't go
And now
get
you're too
one.
lazy to go fix it.
I mean, he doesn't need a cloak if he's blue to everyone.
I'm not
Yeah.
blue. There's literally one
Got
blue group on this grid, dude. Like, are you seeing this?
Really,
That's one more than you should have.
That was fantastic.
It was.
Okay.
Is that in there?
What would Aerith's advice be to me, anyway? Does a man even undock? Does he even play, or does he just manage numbers? And
Aerith is like an industrial guy, market guy. With,
He,
like,
he
the
would be
top
like
level.
the worst person to listen to in terms of where to go to
Is he
war.
not very likable?
he was on the CSM, correct? I
And
don't seem to see a way to approach him. So whether he's likable or he's great is difficult to say. I
Alright.
hear he's quite a decent, but he's unapproachable.
This is what we got on grid here. We got a bright
No,
sun.
you can approach him. He won't
We
attack you.
got
He just will
got
ignore you.
Goon Swarm and a Hurricane Fleet. Is that what this is down here?
Probably.
See, that's exactly what I don't want. I want somebody to attack, not ignore me. I'd rather be
Well,
attacked than.
I know what you're saying though.
Yeah, so
approachable is not.
we
You
got
can't approach him.
hurricanes. We got
If he doesn't know, he's not going to respond.
Init and Feroxes. And then over here, in this blue area, we've got this fleet's warping off. Looks like a Harbinger. Yeah, sure. And then we've got a blob of hurricanes from Pandemic Horde. And then UFC is here in Guardy 2s. I don't know what UFC's. I can't see them in all this blue.
They were flying prophecies.
And then here's Winter Co. up here. They're strong showing. Good lads. We got the Harbinger fleet over here. Okay, where's my little dot? Oh, there's a test Ferox fleet. There. See them being Feroxes.
Redline, your
Could you,
your
Redline,
overviews
could you set them blue just for the stream?
Just for the stream. Second.
That way you can have everybody in the stream blue.
Yeah. All right. Well,
They're not gonna set you blue, man. Don't do it. It's
Okay,
like it was a meme.
He's not going to shoot at him anyway, so what's the matter?
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but they're gonna warp in and he's gonna get like blapped and he's gonna be like,
blue.
a blue shot me.
I don't.
That'll
do
be
that.
even funnier though.
Are they gonna warp in on me? Is that what's gonna happen? I'm up here.
Yeah.
I
Billy's
have
the
no
test
idea, man.
alliance leader. He's gave the order.
I'm sitting on a comm show.
They're
I
200.
don't even know why I'm here.
Jordan B's warping in with a Roracle on the battleship.
Oh, what a guy!
Where's Bjorn? I don't.
Yeah, he's on the way, dude. Give it 10 minutes, dude. He's on the way.
In the middle of the horde.
There he is. All right, I want to get a look at him.
Chad himself.
What a guy. What a guy. Is he streaming?
Yeah, it better be.
All right, there's Bjorn B warping in.
No, he's not.
Bjorn B warping right into the middle of the Horde Ferox fleet.
And before it's a full smart bomb battleship, smart bomb rook, and he decimates.
Dude, I bet it will be.
Oh,
Did he do that?
and here
Did he do
comes the cavalry. It looks like. I think I think this group of people is all the people that are either coming in with Chappie or they're coming in with Bjorn. But you've got a Naglfar there. There's 2 nags actually in there.
God,
Bunch
I
of
hope
smart
they-
bombs going off
what
there.
I hope all these things are smart
So
bombs, dude.
Spite
That'd be cool.
Incarnate's here. I think this is extra. Yeah, it's extra squishy and a Naglfar coming in there. Tie-dye is at a strong 21%. So I think what we're going to see here is if anybody lands on top of this big blob here, this might be the neutral blob, I guess, and light some smart bombs. This whole group is murdered.
Dude,
Or
I
most
hope
of it
that's
is,
pipe
because there's a
bombs.
lot of frigates in there. There's a lot of other bigger ships too, but
Yeah.
a lot of frigates.
Smart bombs out.
Yeah, people are smart bombing already, like within this big group. So it's not going well. So let's pan over
look at
here.
it, dude. Look at it.
This is there in his Nestor.
Now where's Chappie at? You gotta see Chappie. He said he was bringing a Nidhogger. Is this his Nidhogger right here? April Eriker? I don't know. Anyway, this is what we're rocking with. Eve is fucking beautiful, guys. Bunch of triangles and shit.
Oh, there's a Zappy boy, dude.
There's a Zappy boy?
Yeah, I can see it firing on your stream.
Oh
See it
yeah,
bouncing
right
from
there.
right to left, yeah.
Right there. The I can't say there's too many. That's crazy. All right. So it looks like everybody's starting to engage the blob, the neutral blob. So we've got Condi up here, Horde over here. I'm willing to bet that Horde is just gonna annihilate this Condi fleet. Like I'm
Horde
thinking.
just brought in a reinforcement fleet. Redline.
Huh?
I think brought in a reinforcement fleet a second ago.
I mean,
I'm
they
not
may
sure.
have, but I'm fairly certain that what's gonna happen right now is that this Horde fleet is just gonna murder this Goon fleet. Who's SC in the Goon fleet, by the way? Huh?
Is local at 3k or just over 2?
I'm not sure.
It's just over 2 right now. Local's 2,000.
Chappie's in Horde too, right?
No, he's not in it. He used to be.
He used to be. Okay.
Time ago.
Oh, what's
No,
this is
all
that's
for good.
That's the Thunder Child, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Thunder Child in here.
The
The
best
Thunder
way to
Child's
go
the
and kill
battleship,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Wang's just landed on grid with their battleship fleet, and I bet they're gonna drop a fax because they bridged in with So if they start taking casualties, if those guys jump at a fax, that's gonna be funny.
Low-sec armor battleships without a fax, so that would be heresy.
Who knew?
I can't really see very well. So it looks like this little group of this group of Test and this group of Init are having a go. That what's happening?
Definite pipe
Each
bombs,
other
dude.
across the grid.
Local just dropped by 100. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
yeah, for
people
sure.
are getting podded out.
Who is the test guys fighting down there?
It looks like
Pretty
Init. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
Test-
actually in range though.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
They're
they
on top of
definitely
each
are.
other.
They definitely are. They're definitely fighting
They-
each other.
Yeah, they've been trying to fight each other for a couple minutes now.
But I'm more interested in what's happening over here.
I'm going into Horde.
Nice, dude. I'm literally gonna stay right here. I'm trying to be as far away from everything that I can as I can. But I want to see stuff going down. So is this Chappie in the Nidhogger then?
I don't know. I think it might be.
Because he said he was bringing a Nidhogger. Like I heard him say that on a.
Yeah, he had 2 caps, I think.
What was that Megatron skin with the green light on the side? Just
The
above
Angel
the Nidhogger?
Hex.
Angel Hex, yeah.
Is it? Is that what it looks like? I thought it was like black with green lines. It's like got a massive green section.
Yeah, so here we see the goons warping off. Get
Wait,
used to this.
Oh, back to Delve.
Get used to this.
Shut the
Gonna
up,
be a
Redline.
common occurrence of goons
Yeah,
running away from Horde because they're getting
Redline,
blobbed.
why don't you come in FE? The Delve Redline.
I'm going to.
Yeah. If you guys would take Redline in as an FC, I would really appreciate that.
It's your turn now.
You get Redline. NC's got him. We had him for a time. It's your turn, Billy.
All right.
This is the most shade thrown at Redline we've had.
Yeah, Redline. You interested? I got a new
no.
corp starting. I could use some good FCs. Okay.
All right, cool.
Well, Floyd,
Why are you
know,
talking to Redline?
Floyd, you're calling people to come to Delve. Maybe you'd like to come into our home, and it's a lot easier to access us.
Look at the zappy just going around. I'm literally pointing at the screen like you guys can see it, but look at the zappy just going
see
around.
it, dude.
Wave your mouse. I
dope.
can't see it.
This is actually where the Thunder Child is strongest too, when there's a large group of battleships and it can bounce between multiples, and it's applying properly to each of the ships in the group.
Easiest way to get on all the kill mouse next to a fucking smart bomb.
Yeah, that too.
One of the dreads is about to go down.
Which one?
Who's shooting
which
the dreads?
Spite is about to go down.
We got Mike Flood here, but the top tier report live.
I mean,
action.
I can't lock them up or anything like that. So...
I'm 6K off of their whole.
Wait, give us a wave, dude. Quick, you gotta find him, man.
No, I'm not gonna find him. It's okay. I don't care that much. But I will get to see the Stratic split, assuming nobody comes and kills me.
Well, I'm 40k off. I'll be there in a sec.
Please
Fleet's
don't.
locking me.
I'm not. Fuck that. Do you think I'm jumping into this system? Fuck that. Christ.
Yeah, so see, this is one of the things, and I respect the guy's wishes, but to experience a tie-dye fuckfest. That is not something I would wish on my worst enemy. I
Nope.
hate these kinds of fights.
How far in advance was this announced?
Like 2 days.
Yeah, like
Did they
yesterday
not-
or something.
Did they not
Honestly,
request a node reinforcement or
the
something?
node is reinforced.
I don't know.
I don't
That's what
think
they
it is.
said.
At 2,000 players, it shouldn't be fucking what looks like.
Well,
10%
it's low
tie
sec.
dye.
Actually, yeah, it's low sec.
So
Yeah,
you've
he's
got to
right.
remember as well, you've got Crime Watch. They should have just turned off Crime
Yeah,
Watch for
true.
this. So all these people that are out here potting are murdering their sec status. They can never go to high sec again. But who cares?
Oh,
It appears
Ferox is
CCP
leaving?
Convict is on grid.
Yeah, Raw
Convict
is
is the
well.
man. Convict's dead. Convict
CCP
Golem
on
Killmail
grid
just
is
showed up.
dying.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's enough. Convict, what is this fit?
The cool thing is that if you so with this panning camera angle, you can see ships warping across in the foreground as stuff is exploding in the background. It's fucking sick. This is
Could
a
you
great
Test
could you
Ferox is
zoom out
leaving.
one mouse roll? Like one tiny little bit of zoom out?
Yeah, because the chat's hiding the little blob on the left.
Oh, is it? Should I turn that off?
Yeah.
Turn that off.
Yeah, kill the chat. Yeah.
Most of the time, I would love to kill this chat in game.
If they'll put a memorial there.
Not a
Where
bad
is
idea.
this? The sun, isn't it? It's the sun.
Yeah.
You know, memorials for fallen.
It's the most exciting thing that's ever happened in Tunnan I've ever known of. So.
Yeah, it's like Rare of Us all over again.
Well, there's hundreds and thousands of systems in Eve that have never had
fuck
anything
all-
exciting
fuck
happen.
all.
They're inhabited by what Reyes Porcos calls them lost tribes.
It's kind of like your
uncontacted tribe. No. Oh, you come down a wormhole and you get outplayed by Odiek.
There's
I don't know.
Am I supposed to know what that means? I'm sorry.
No,
I don't
nobody
know.
knows.
I don't know. You know who was it? Tiger Kishadem, Mark Bridges, and
Are you
Nanu came
about
to
to
the hole.
start talking
They
about
came
how
to our
you
hole. They
fucking
get out
blobbed and
out
it
fucking
and it
played.
killed-
And blobbed. It was a 3v3 if we discount the Bifrost. I completely outplayed
Okay,
you.
it was this. If we don't count this ship, what?
It was a
You mean
3v3. Like you come to
discount
our
the ship
hole,
that
Except for the other two
MJD'd them
ships.
off the hole.
Yeah, they weren't part of it.
Okay.
What
You
the
come to
fuck
our
are you
hole in
talking-
those ships, and while we recently just had returned from the hole, and you want to fight. Okay, so we provide a fight, and you complain that you get blobbed. Oh my god! Do you know how many
But
people
you-
showed up to
but
that
you
ping
just
because I
said,
didn't?
like-
They wanted to fight.
like
I
you
wanted to
just
form up
said,
for a fight.
It was a 3v3 if you discount the ship that MJD'd the ships off the hole to start the fight. Like, what fucking planet are you living on where that's a sentence you can actually...
There was 3 DPS ships. You could have.
It was an even fight if we discount the facts that repped our entire
Okay.
fleet.
Okay, I mean, look, we had to
what the
we had to
fuck are
bring
you
some
talking about?
We had to
You
bring some
brought
Olsons
two
and utility.
Orthruses, a Jackdaw that just damped the fuck out of both ships.
My Jackdaw is not fit with a damp.
I've
I
seen
don't know
your
about the other.
Jackdaw loss. Yes, it is. What the fuck are you talking about? You fake.
That was the first time I've ever fit a damp to my Jackdaw ever, and I lost it. So I won't be fitting a Jackdaw with a damp in future. But that's the first time I've ever done.
Wait, you lost a Jackdaw with a damp?
Yes, I wasn't paying attention. I was talking
Can
to
we-
someone and some
Can we just
directors.
appreciate how
I am very
pretty
cool.
EVE
Oh, large-
Online is?
We had 3 large coalitions sitting here circle jerking about some stupid garbage, and then the 2 small PvPers, Herder, I'm so elite, sit here and scream at each other about like a 3v3 and a Jackdaw fit. Like, that was fucking great. I love it.
More interesting.
They're complaining because they got outplayed. They're complaining because they came to our hole, wanted to fight, and got a fight.
And then what did you do? What did you do shortly there? You rolled the hole so we couldn't fight.
I didn't realize you wanted to come back. We were waiting for you.
What? You didn't realize a PvP corp might want a PvP again? What? What fucking? What?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't think
You didn't
Tigger
know a
wanted to come back.
PvP corp might want to fight you again.
Well, if we knew that, we could have
What?
potted you, but out of respect, we didn't.
Is this a new episode of the EastEnders?
Yeah, if you like.
I don't know what you're talking about. So you bring a Lachesis, you bring a healer, you bring Lynx, and you bring a.
Well, hold on,
Ikitursa
wait a
to the
minute.
hole.
It was that suddenly we've got 4 ships. It was 3 a minute ago.
I'm not going to count Bifrost. I round them off in the counting department. but
round them off.
It's like me saying it's like me saying we
95,
jumped
it
a
was work.
super fleet earlier. We killed a tri-hell like nobody Knicks. Nobody gives a fuck.
yeah, nobody's going to deny you that. It was very impressive. But at the end of the day,
No,
look,
it's not.
you came to
No,
the
it's not.
looking for a
It's
fight,
not.
and
It's
after we
tri.
talked about you guys left the hole. Mark Bridges, the big brain here, left the hole, and so did Nanook. But Tiger here, Tigger got completely outplayed. And what did you?
Can you just describe what outplayed means? Just describe what outplayed means.
Zodiac.
Like actually, what happened on grid? Talk to me about this big brain
What
play,
happened on
which I
grid?
believe
So-
was just clicking one module.
What one module? No. So this is what happened. So you came into our hole. You wanted to fight, and we were going to fight. We were, picketing at you with our.
I don't need the fucking backstory. The outplay, like describe this amazing elite brain fucking outplay.
So, as Mark Bridges and Nanook decided to retreat, and they didn't want to fight us for whatever reason, Zodiac walked in with two Bouchers and chain Bouchers, spearfishes him straight off the hole, 100k off the hole, completely outplays him, and then we shoot at him. Mark Bridges, unfortunately, does not return to protect his friend, and Nanook does. Unfortunately, he mistimed his polarization, and he's stuck out the hole, and he's also brought down soon after.
Right,
but only 3 people did DPS to him,
So two
mainly
people
because
made
I
mistakes. Then. Jesus, is that the nag?
I think so. I think that's the nag. That got bright as hell. I think there's a phoenix down there too. I'm snapping screenshots, y'all. That's why you can't see the overlay.
There's 2 Naglfires, 1 Nidhogg, and 1 Thanatos. And Wingspan, like the actual streamer, he just lost a Marshall that he brought. So.
Dan's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him I've got one for sale.
Dom, keep those. Don't worry. Secret Marshall Doctrine will become a thing. Just goons out of nowhere just to play 200 Marshals.
I would honestly like to see that, just to see how it does.
Onyx, maybe you'd like to FC the next fight between.
There's your problem. There's your fucking problem. We don't have FCs because don't fucking.
Well, maybe if you had an FC, you could have told Tigger to, align, approach, hole. But no, you didn't.
Do you know why Tigger got caught?
Why did Tigger get caught? He got double booshed. We all know he got outplayed.
Right. So, and he was on the hole.
Yeah, he got outplayed. He got double booshed.
Was he on the hole? You
Yes, he
keep
was.
saying outplayed. Right, so he's on the hole. So he wasn't paying attention.
You were going to retreat. You were going to leave our hole and not fight us that we just formed. That's exactly what was going to happen, and you got outplayed.
Reship to fight you, maybe you did, but then
reship. I mean,
can we?
I'm
gonna do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll in the Twitch chat to see who actually cares about this conversation that you're having. Because
Well, they're the only ones speaking though.
Well, feel
so
free to fucking speak up. Sorry, no one else.
Yeah,
is
no one else
speaking
is
on your
saying
feed, dude.
it.
Like no one
Keep
else
going.
is fucking talking. Like
just
sorry
for
talking trash talk
Shut
on
up for a
Trash Talk
second.
Tuesday, Rich.
Okay.
Fucking-
CCP Alpha just brought in a Phoenix.
Okay,
So,
that must be this ship that I'm seeing here.
Yep.
That dies,
It's
mate.
CCP
great for them
Alpha.
too. Props to them for sure.
No, it's actually really cool CCP to join in a community fun event.
He did a stream with Lucy Lou the other day and fed to her.
Yeah, normally CCP's over in Horde space, just giving them free loot.
Oh, is this what we're doing then? Is this the conversation we're gonna have?
Love that Kool-Aid one.
Keiko, I don't think this is one we want to play. Like,
Well, when was the last time CCP took a roam to your space?
It's not about like if you want to go have a fun, moderately, interesting roam. Where do most people go?
Raid space.
A different game.
They either go to Catch or they go to L4X, right? Like,
yeah,
like that's just common sense, right? You go to Delve, what happens to you?
You get supers and titans. And...
Like, listen, I get that, like the point, but like that's a point of your own like creation. To be fair, like, because I was annoyed at it times too, but like, if you blob them and kill them all without giving them a chance to shoot back, it's not exactly entertaining for them.
I mean, the last time CCP went to Delve was actually when PL owned it.
That's not actually true, though.
I
There was a
mean,
time they tried to go to Delve and they got super blobbed in Aquarius, if I recall correctly.
Interesting.
NC Dot here in a Drake fleet. Looks like they're going to try and kill the Wang Foon fleet.
Can't really see like what's happening. I can't really tell. This is how you know that I'm rusty, because I can't see it all.
Maybe that's why you fed a monitor to fucking Kikimoras a couple of months ago.
Maybe that's why at least I don't even have anything to say to that. You just brought up stuff from a couple months ago. What the hell?
Because that's the last time I saw you do anything besides like one timer in cash.
Right, the one timer where I literally flew a fleet in a straight line towards an enemy battleship fleet. Come on, that's so much better. I also fed a monitor there. Or when I warped,
I wasn't even aware you did that.
I warped onto Nightmares at 0 and then tried to burn off instead of standing my ground like a man. I lost the monitor there too. Come on, Mike. Get your trash talk game up.
Redline, are you fully competent fighting this war? Do you need to be relieved and replaced with somebody more able?
What
What,
war?
like
The
you,
war against
with
goons?
your massive outplays? You
Yeah.
need to go and outplay goons.
Yeah,
I mean,
sorry, Jordan, you're right. It's LXQ, not L4X. I
Yeah.
used to live in L4X. I always say it for some reason.
Dude,
Well,
look,
Someone asked where it isn't.
look, let me tell you about this. If there's an upcoming war against goons, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to log in near the end of it, get a couple, set piece victories, and ultimately contribute to, us winning, even if we lose. Even if we lose, we still win. But no,
that makes sense.
What?
That makes sense. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, the good guys always win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, I'm trying to get myself back into actually playing the game,
Hordes, wait,
since everything
Brett,
changed.
Red, Horde's an Etron.
I'm rooting for you, Redline. Just so you know, I'm rooting for you.
Horde has brought. Horde is bringing the Zenitra army.
The what?
Horde has a bunch of Zenitras, and they brought one of them. So.
Where is it at? I don't see it.
It's landing on grid right now. It's 200 2,000 kilometers. I don't know how it's.
He's in Horde and he farms them.
Tell you what, Project Discovery is really hard when you're super high.
Tom, when aren't you super high?
I wasn't earlier. I am now, though.
I want to see another big explosion.
The lines
that?
wobble back and forth. It's kind of fucking funny. Oh, something blew up.
I feel like it's really very difficult to like stream the last birthday fleet for a dude while also trash talk. But this imagery on the screen is really pretty of the game.
Redline gonna fight Alpha Star for Horde Fleet F King.
Apparently, there's a Nitra coming in.
Is that local?
Apparently, I can't see it, so
it's.
Oh, I'm just reading Twitch chat.
You got
landed
ceasefire. Chappie is coming in.
Oh, is he in the Zenitra? Oh, nice.
Nice.
Ceasefire. Chappie is coming in. Is in local right now. So I don't know where Chappie is, but I said that there's a Zerka. Rathia, fucking clown. Love that dude. He's gonna lose that shit.
Carriers, I mean. Welcome to Eve. If you're not losing ships, you're doing something. Because losing ships is part of the fun of the game.
Oh, look at that slasher. Look at that high octane.
Sure.
Is it? I don't know. You didn't get close enough.
They look completely different.
I mean, in this kind of fight, could be anything, dude.
I'm thinking in July. We'll try to do that.
Dude, we still get over 100 a day.
Well, yeah. That's why I said we do it outside. Like, the picnic thing.
You're getting 100 cases a day in one state.
It's more like 200 to 300, but it's at least 100 every single.
I think we're down to like 1,000
Our
a day
government
or
wants
something.
to open up nursing homes.
Do they are or they should?
Reynolds is considering opening up our.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you should.
No, not when you have everyone out and about and people fucking. I'm sorry, that's like.
So there was
Yeah,
a
eyes on.
fire. I don't know where Chappie is.
He's in warp, and they want to make sure he gets.
He'll PowerPoint his way into grid any minute.
So far, about 48 billows been killed. So
Oof.
far, that's what's going on Zkill.
Is that what's Tanudin like normally?
0?
Yeah, this is a low sec pocket.
No, it's pretty good. There's been 1.5 trillion S killed there, so it's not that
Why,
bad.
why are we using the TeamSpeak tonight?
So that we can see who's talking on.
Oh, okay. All right. I was late, so you probably explained that already.
That orange ball that's just walked in.
That orange ball that just warped in is more than likely it.
No, it's Kane's.
It's
It's Arcane Fleet.
left of it.
Yeah. It's a fucking Whelp Cane Fleet. They're like an AK-47. You use them, throw them away, buy a new.
It seems kind of wasteful.
6 canes there. Cool.
Yeah, canes are a good doctrine. They're one of like that old like it'll always have a certain place in the meta kind of doctrine. I remember
that
like fighting
raid.
Macarials with them, and they're like so good in certain situations. It's crazy.
Is Bjorn still alive, by the way?
Yeah, he's right here in the upper left-hand corner,
Oh
next
yeah,
to the logo.
Dude, that's a Kodak moment right there. You got Bjorn B there, Alpha Star there, a couple of dreads. Well, I think that's is that a Nag Rec on the left?
Yes, that is a nag rec. This is a nag proper here that's still alive.
So Bjorn was on about no more.
Still in shield.
About he had 2 full pages of kills within the space of a minute.
Yeah,
Smart
he's
smart bombs OP.
Smart bomb fit.
Yeah, look at all the fucking pods, dude. Oof.
Shows that the Eve community can come together and do something positive while people are still being toxic in a Discord while it's going on.
Who's being toxic? We're not being toxic.
I was earlier. I'm a bad
Yeah,
person.
we were earlier. Now it's kind of.
Very trash.
Also, persistence. Please tell me that Nestor is fit differently than it was when you fought Rich.
Did you feed that? Did he feed a Nasta to you as well, Rich?
Yeah, he fed his nest along with a curse, and Pravnav fed the Naga.
Oh.
Oh, but there were various other things that were fed that night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate. I was very fatigued and had to.
Interesting stat for you folks. Redline was the first T3 loss in that system of the evening.
That is not an interesting stat.
It is
that
to
is
me. All
a
right.
terrible stat.
But is it true?
Give him a skill injection to boost himself back
Oh,
up.
that's the
top himself.
point. Would you lose?
Oh, I have no idea. Fly Tengu.
Oh, not anymore.
Was it you that delivered the prophecy to me in Vale, so it could be destroyed?
Oh.
Somebody in the fucking corp did that the other day. It must have been a structure they knew was going to come down from being abandoned. If you deliver something, you can't deny it; it just becomes yours. Then it kicked out on the fucking Citadel and died.
Why would they?
Because it's funny. I don't know.
Nazu
Because it goes on my
coming in now?
kill board as a loss.
It actually shouldn't be done because you had this one mad Russian who would build like 1,000 ventures in his wormhole. He'd deliver them all to one person, and then he'd unanchor the structure and then just smart bomb all of the ventures at once and kills them. And this guy would do that to certain people in Eve, and it would pad their kill board. And TCP got a kill. You got to knock this off.
Also in the middle of building a Palatine Keepstar.
Yes, he's apparently slowly trying to do that in Thera of all places. He's slowly building up the resources to build one.
Redline, I'm coming for you in my Corvette.
Rather you did.
He's gonna like board it, dude. It's gonna save you.
Yeah. Zappy
Also
Boys
for
OP.
Oh, Dave Archer is there in a hurricane. My
Wait a
God.
second. You're kidding me, right? Oh, Dave Archer is here. He's right here. Look. Look at this. Look. How
explain quiet everything.
How can I be here if I'm there? Huh?
That's not
How do
the.
I do
That's
that?
You can run multiple accounts, Redline. This might be news to you, but you can
What do you
run
mean?
multiple Eve
Okay,
accounts.
what can I do that takes both hands for an
Well, the
extended
thing
period of
is,
time?
you're in
Why
massive
does he
tie-dye, so
just
you've only
shouldn't-
got to click it every so often. Dude, I don't even know what people are talking about.
Who's
Oh,
this
who's that?
ball?
Who's that?
That's what I'm saying. This is like a
I think that's the fleet with that was coming with Chappie. It took forever to get here. I'm not sure though.
yeah, it could be. So I guess the first neutral fleets that warped in were bees. Oh, look at the Nitra that is taking heavy damage. Oh, that's bright. I'm sorry. Sorry if you had that full screen in a dark room.
Oh boy.
I'm very sorry.
That's nice at 3:30 in the morning. Fuck me, dude.
Well, wake up,
well,
brother.
you're not going to bed.
I was like intently looking at the screen trying to make stuff out, and then holy.
What do you want to see? Like, what do you guys want to see on this? Because this is a clusterfuck. Like, this is what big fights look like. If you've never seen a big fight,
Let me be clear. Big fights look nothing like this.
Big fights look everything. Well, there's usually a citadel involved or
There's
some
normally
sort of.
just two big snakes and some kind of tactical structure on grid.
One side's blue. And
No,
one side's
usually
red.
there's a beauty to the dance, and like there's all kinds of things going on, and there's all kinds of tactical plays being made around the grid. This is just like two guys sitting in a mud pit brawling and killing each other. Except it's not two guys; it's like 20 guys.
Be nice. Let them have their fun.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like this
things
isn't.
going on.
Grumpy old man, like back in my day, big fights meant something.
Billy coming back from the beaches of UALX. He's just like, back
Oh
in
my
my
God,
day,
man. Fucking brilliant.
my
You
day,
kids
we
don't
didn't
know.
need no support. That's why we called goons during ULX.
Oh boy.
Everything's shooting. Wait, that blob landed on the Zenitra, didn't it?
It did, yeah. That blob
Yep.
is coming for that Zenitra butt.
Yeah, I was looking at the stream just now. Saw the Zernitra. I also heard CCPs in a bunch of caps.
Yeah, I think caps are almost dead though. All of them.
I managed to get on one kill before I just could not fucking stand the tie-dye, and I pulled out, and now I'm just sort of
Balls
confused.
to try to add.
You got one kill, dude. Small smart bomb into the middle of it. Easy.
No. I went with it. We were taking long-range ships. The rest of my corp took
dude.
They took Tengu, rail Tengus, and we would decloak and shoot. So I took. Oh, you just lost your. Great job, Dreadline.
Yep, Caldari propulsion.
24 bill. You poor, dude. Need some S.
Huh?
Bruh, you think he's poor at 24 bill? I need some ISK, bro. I've got 2 bill.
Oh, the TTT.
Bill? Shit, I fucking measure my
That's
shit
why
in mils.
Redline keeps whelping like dreads on the fucking NC dot keepstar.
Yeah, no. I It went my already Loki. I basically got targeted twice and somehow managed to get out both times alive with 0 tank. So I just popped this one crow. And I
Oh,
just like,
looks
it's
like
just too slow.
That's the
we lost
wingspan in you,
another
dude. Easy
capital.
killing.
Well, actually, funny enough, Wingspan came out. I noticed that Chance Ravine was on, so I went into their Discord again. I said hi to my former agent. I said hi to my dudes. It was nice to see
Former
Chance again.
what?
Yeah, Chance Ravine's back in system.
Oh, you
He,
said agents. Sorry, I thought you said something else. Doesn't matter.
no, no, they're all delivery agents.
Agents. Yep.
So where's
Yeah, so
where's
Chance
Chappie?
got his marshal whelped finally after like fucking.
I don't see Chappie here yet.
It's funny. He hasn't. I don't think he's even shown up. But just everyone decided to go in a total brawl.
I think he's like I think he's in system at this point.
Maybe.
Do you know what he's in?
He's in some capitals.
I couldn't see a Chappie in the local list when I was there, but I love how CCP's trying to throw as many nodes at this as they can, and it's just not enough to get the tie-dye off.
Chappie 87 Chapman.
What's up, Chappie? If we can invite him on, please do.
I think there's multiple shows who'd like to invite him on.
Your TIS is running right now, and
Oh yeah, I know
Gaproff
everyone's
keeps
on.
streaming
Everyone wants
too.
to get in on this.
He wants all the
What is
streamers.
that? Is that an explosion that's just bugged out and he's stuck?
No, that's tie-dye. That's tie-dye. It's
Yeah, but
moving
it's
ever
not
so
moving.
slightly.
Is it?
Moving ever so slightly, yeah.
It's so slow. Just the tie-dye is fucking. Good lord.
It's.
Is that dead or is it still tanking? I can't tell.
What's up?
The logo. The symbol for a dreadnought on the Zenitra seems to be gone. I can't tell if it's alive
No,
or
it's
dead at
there.
this point.
It's probably dead at that point. Yeah. If
Oh,
it turns into a wreck, it's gone, dude.
I'm looking at it right much alive.
Holy shit.
No, it's gone on redline. Are you on an overview that hides it redline? The dreadnought.
Yeah.
I had a
but
feeling
my
someone would
brackets
bring
are-
Azernitra.
My brackets are weird. I could turn on all brackets, but there's a bunch of wrecks and drones, so I'd rather just see ships. You know what I mean?
You know what? Turn off the UI. Get into like view a certain ship and just get some cinematics. Get up close with some cinematics on Azernitra. And is that a Rourke?
Yeah,
It is,
Bjorn's
yeah.
in a roar.
Wait, isn't that what was it?
There you go.
Who's in that Rourke again?
There's your cinematics, bud.
Oh, that's beautiful.
so
That's fucking
good.
great. I love it. It's great. This is Eve, guys. This is Eve.
That's an just not even shooting, is it? It's fucking capped out. Oh, did it just go bang? What the fuck was that? Is that? Oh, it's fireworks.
It's fireworks, yeah.
Oh, it's I think it's Bjorn B's Rourke right there.
It is Bjorn B's
Yeah,
right,
it is.
right
Yeah.
here. Right here. Where I'm hovering the mouse.
If only this was a null and we could. That would be beautiful.
What's that?
Look
blue?
at that
What's
zappy boy.
hitting?
Look at that
Imagine
zappy boy
the
fucking that
bomb.
frigate, dude. Look at it.
Yeah, that's Eden. There's a lot of Edencom ships showing up. I was gonna bring one, but then I changed my mind.
So
Extra squishy.
That's a
if I
great way to
can-
whore on kills, though, man.
Yeah.
Just
I
chaining
don't
onto
know if I
everything
can
nearby.
pan over properly, but there's another angle over here. This
Oh,
is
it looks
even
like
more
Init's going in
cinematic.
for the dive bomb. It looks like Init is
Oh,
gonna go.
that's a
in
great
and run
angle, dude. Holy fuck. Look at that sun on the fucking caps there.
That is amazing. Oh, that's brilliant. Get
Have
some
you got
screenshots, dude.
Have you got a caps only overview? Redline.
No.
No.
There's
What if we
4
could-
capitals on grid, 2 dreadnoughts, 1 fact,
There we
1
go.
oracle.
There we go, gang.
That's cool, dude. That's good.
That
you
right
totally-
there is Eve Online, people.
This is what you need. This is your Eeve's beautiful fucking submission.
Oh yeah. This is it. The chat.
It's done now, unfortunately.
The Chappie brawl. Amazing. If only tie-dye was not a thing, but I just
This would have been
can't.
over already.
Yeah. No, it'd go on for longer because people would bring more ships and they wouldn't get tired of it. And they just keep going until the whole night, man.
What
and
the
then
fuck is that
finally
that just went
find out.
bang at the back of the blob?
I really want to see one of the dreads go off.
We already did. We saw a nag go bang and we couldn't see anything for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was very
How dead? How close is that Zernitra to dying? Do you think?
I don't know.
Flood's on grid, I think.
The Zernitra is the
I
instructor.
can't lock it right now, so I'm way off. I'm chasing someone right.
Is it Redline? So extra squishy managed to get on 4 pages of Zeg kills within the space of 10 minutes with a Zappy boy. That's fucking.
Yeah, fuck, I should have done it. I should have brought the damn what is it? The Skybreaker?
Nah, be a man. Thunderchild, dude.
No, I don't have the skills, dude.
I already
If
have
I
all the.
can-
I already have the gun
I've
skills.
been training the early skills already, but just it takes a while to get this Thunderchild as of right now. Takes time. It takes like a week.
I don't think
but,
we found a use for them
There
yet.
we go. There's a good view.
But I cannot afford fitting a Thunderchild at its current state.
That's Tanudin normally. What the fuck's that over there?
Oh my god. This has got to be the most activity the system has probably seen in like years.
The fuck is that, Redline? Yeah.
The Ferex
Oh,
fleet.
ever.
Is that in it?
I don't know. I can't tell. My
is-
brackets aren't on.
And it is matter range on right now.
Yep, most valuable kill of this fight so far is Chancer Vine's Marshal at 8 billion ISK.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be top the second that's Anisha die.
But I think the Zernitra might beat it.
How much is
There-
his Anisha
Oh, it
worth
will.
nowadays?
Some lasers. Some
I mean,
lasers
with the
there.
gun value and the hull value, I think it'll probably top out like 10.
Yeah.
Because it's a sub, it's pretty funny to see a battleship as the top ship being destroyed right now. This whole
No.
Yes.
Deadass. You're not really chasing me down right now, are you?
What?
You're not really
Totally.
chasing me down right now, are you?
Totally not chasing you down in a Corvette right now with an AB.
I'm surprised nobody's taken like a fucking AT or.
You're really doing that, are you?
Taking an AT ship with 2,000.
I bet you
people in
some
local.
absolute madman would do.
No. Jesus Christ.
Some madman would just throw a ship AT
You
at
die on a
AT
gate.
ship
You
away.
just get caught on a gate because of tie-dye.
Oh, that would suck. Well, that would
Like-
suck, but like
if you tried to take a Cloaky Tengu here, that would probably die. Oh, wait.
No, I managed to get in and I got in and out. I managed to go in, grab a kill with a Artie Loki, and get out without
Right.
dying. So I think it's possible.
Right now, my dream ship is I want a Fiend.
Dude, mine would be a Cloaky Garmer if they ever made one, but since we're not really going to see AT anymore, I'd probably put it
Cloaky
on the Hydra or the T.
That is like
That'd be disgusting.
highest level of.
That would be incredible. It would complete my wormhole
This is about the
adventures.
best view I can get.
Or actually, honestly, yeah, no. Nowadays, I would probably just the Tiamat, either the Hydra or the Tiamats.
They're both shit, dude.
Fucking, they're sexy, dude. They're sexy.
Get
They're
a Vedmat.
cloaky. They're
Just get a
fucking
Vedmat with
awesome.
the victory
Piss
skin,
out.
dude. You're like
No, dude, but it
80% of the
doesn't
wa-
cloak. It doesn't cloak. You see?
Yeah, improved cloaking device. Put a fucking.
Fuck out of here! I
Action
want
one
a
on.
warp cloak.
Yeah, Blops bridging. Come on.
Blops bridging. I want to go in wormholes and just get a bunch of unknowing explorers with a fucking
The
ship that's
Stratios,
20
have you
times,
heard of
20
it?
billion times worth their, just for the fun of it. Just rack up as many like kill marks as I can on it before it finally just gets killed.
It does get boring.
No, I wouldn't get bored. I
Dude,
mean,
we took a $1.5 trillion worth of ships out to get a fucking VNI. It's not
Oh
all
my
that fun.
god. This is the most adorable thing I've ever heard, I've ever seen in my whole life. No, it says, somebody says that he just talked to Chappie and that he's tackled at the gate in his Phoenix and that he's coming to the sun so that everyone shoots at him so that he has the longest kill mail ever.
I don't think it'll be the longest ever though.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were talking about the dude in Twitch chat saying World War B. I know Bjorn has something to do with it, but what
That is adorable.
Just tell him they're all here to kill Beyond B.
All right, so now that we're kind of in a little bit of a lull, I guess we could say, people are still fight, spamming fire in local. So we've got I don't know, this might be the Chappie fleet here, maybe? Or that could still be, do you think Bjorn's still got people on grid? I don't know. So we've got that fleet, then we've got Enid over here in Ferox things, obviously.
54 kilometers.
Little ship just blew up there.
Bastard fleet? Is that
All
wings
right.
again?
What do you how much do y'all think? All right. Do y'all think that after this fight, there's going to be like a monument at the sun of
No.
the system to Chaffee to
Probably
Chappie?
not, no.
I think it might happen with CCP here. Like they know it's happened and it's a big
Tons
thing.
of EVE players have died.
There's a graveyard.
There's a
in the
graveyard
system.
already that CCP is attempting to implement.
No, I know.
actually.
It's just this battle was so big and it was such a big thing that
Yeah,
I
because
think
it got
you know
the
what's gonna
2,000
happen?
people showing
You
the
know what's gonna
title.
happen? People are gonna be like, well, where's Valrats? Where's Big Country?
I
Where's
guess.
Sven? Or Sweat Mags? Or John Bellicose? Or all of these people. That's gonna be what ends up happening. And then there are more that we don't know of that just vanish that could be dead. So they're just gonna do the graveyard so that people can pay their respects to whomever they wish to pay their respects to.
Is the graveyards going to have like graves, or is it going to be sort of like the
Cans
Tomb of
at
the
the minute.
Unknown
If
Soldier?
you can go and
It's gonna
anchor
be,
a
yeah.
can and
It's gonna be like the pos with the cans.
It was on. There's a
The one that's in the other that system. What's it called?
Starts with an M, I think.
So yeah, it's an M.
Because I mean, I agree. I'd love to have player monuments, but I know.
I mean, for a fight this big, I would say it's justified, but and it should be like a new tradition
But what's
going
the monument
forward.
for? The fight or the player? That's the thing. Should be
Both.
The thing
For
is, though,
both.
is that this really isn't that big of a fight.
It's 2,000 people in some random low sec system all gathering just to brawl it out in the honor of, in the name and in honor of a brother who will fall soon.
That last bit there, that's the important part.
Exactly.
Why?
So we
Why does
must
it need
commemorate
something
that.
like that happening? With no disrespect to the
I
guy.
think
Why
I
does
think
it need that
because it's
players
cool.
I mean, would you like to see, dozens of organized fleet fights a week? Is that what you want?
Not dozens a week. The fact that this doesn't happen often is, I think, what also makes it special. I think a small memorial would be nice in this system, like hell on this grid, like right here.
But I think the big thing
Or
is
the
that-
wreckage of his ship. How about this? Save the wreckage of his ship, and make that like an object.
Well, I think the thing is that you've got to think who else, who else organized something like this. And I know he didn't do it by himself, but like, has
Well,
anybody
not many
else
people have.
done something like this in a?
It's the first time I've heard a guy just go up and say, "Hey, I'm terminally ill. Let's have a brawl," just as my one last hurrah.
I'm dying.
And,
Let's fight about it.
that's what he said. I mean,
like there was a Rome that did something similar for somebody who was terminally. Maybe they already died. I can't remember.
I think a small memorial would be nice.
Oh, Furniture's getting zappy boyed. That is so cool.
Right, the zaps get bigger the bigger the ship that they fire it on. Look at the chains, though. The chains.
Wild. Oh, there's another wreck over here of a capital. Watch this space.
Extra Squishy has just scored like 200 kills in this fucking time.
I think that was a capital kill. I just saw one of those ships turn into a wreck, so.
Holy shit. What an absolute
Yeah, CCP Alpha
corn.
died.
Yeah, CCP Alpha went down.
But there was a fucking Synesis worth 3.4 bill.
Probably in loot, dude.
Plex tank.
No, it's not. It's not Plex tanked. He's got 18k fireworks that were 3.4 bill according to Seg.
How is that
So-
fireworks worth
Square
that
fireworks.
much?
So Apollo 428 in the chat says that if no memorial is erected, I will place an Astor House here and name it after Chappie.
Yeah, do
I think,
that. There
I
you
think
go.
that's a better alternative. Put a fucking keep star here. You know?
No, that's a bit big. I mean,
Billy, move TTT there, dude. Move TTT location.
no, in
Go.
low sec. Low sec.
Canuden is the fucking pin.
Did Billy leave us?
No, he's
No.
You
still
know
here.
what? If we can ask CCP, if they're gonna do this, let's ask them if they can do a monument. Can anyone
Or acting in local?
Well, in local we can't contact anyone, but because it's just flooded.
Scroll
Meanwhile,
down
over
the
on-
Discord list and send a DM,
Meanwhile,
dude.
on Imperium News.
Is
some guys salvaging.
CCP on this Discord?
Uh-huh. What's happening on Imperium News?
Some guys in a Noctis salvaging.
Of course. I had a feeling that after all the dust was settled, someone's gonna rush around the system with like mobile tractor units and just grab as much loot
There's
as
like
possible.
there must be 7, 8. There's
I
like
There's
think-
probably
there must be
hundreds of
10,
billions
11,
of loot right
12
now, dude.
people streaming
So
this. It's...
if we're gonna if we want a monument, I say make it a player built monument. Because we
Which
can't.
Citadel looks the coolest?
The
Well, I
Horizon
think it'd
Forges
have to be a faction Fortizar. It'd have to be.
Well, what do player monuments usually look like that aren't like stations that we just throw up?
literally mobile depots. Not even.
I guess, yeah. Then okay, like an object. I don't know how they'd make it look. Maybe they'd model it after like the ship that he went out. But yeah, they would just put it up, and it would be this floaty little thing, and it would be like a little bookmark, like one of the yellow bookmarks,
Oh,
and it would be
there
like
it goes.
monument. Oh, ooh, which one died there?
I think that was Alpha's wreck.
Oof.
I'm getting plenty of screenshots. So if anybody wants I'll make a gallery and post it on Twitter or something later.
Definitely grab a couple screenshots.
Also, Spectre fleets on grid there, in some capacity.
Finally, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. Chappie's not even on grid yet.
Chappie still hasn't even showed up. It's amazing.
John, talk to me about your most recent super kill and fight. What happened there?
Caracal shot a Saber escalated, they walked in the Than to kill the Saber, Thanatos got killed, tackled and killed, they walked in the Nyx to try and avenge it, that also got killed. Tracking Rev walked in, we had to escalate, that also.
My god, how could you make a super kill sound so boring?
Because it was. I'm not going to big it up, dude. It's try. It's not,
Hey, Janix, I do want to ask you this. I think earlier Moon linked us a kill in our Discord, and it showed one of your corp mates in a fucking rail Demios. Can you explain that?
God, look at the
I don't think
fleet
that's
above the
rail
explosion. Look at that
Rail
fleet from the
Demos.
explosion. Just
A rail Demios. Is that even like viable?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
You do a
do
dual
it all
rep
the
rail.
time.
I run that myself.
Well, we don't do dual rep.
Fucking
we do
really?
Single
Okay.
rep play.
What?
Yeah, rail Demos is strong, dude.
Are you guys seeing the fleet above the explosion and how cool it looks
Mhm.
without the UI on?
Yeah,
Seeing
do you?
this?
Yeah, we're seeing it. It's great. I was just also asking what the fuck's a rail Demio?
Demo.
It's a Demos or a Demos for a
I
start.
mean-
Let's get it right. And a rail Demos is perfectly normal, honestly.
I never even thought of it.
Fucking really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, guys, just so you guys are aware, I am 250 kilometers away from my target.
How far away when you started?
300.
Oh, fucking hell. You know, I got probes, dude.
No, my scepter died.
So you're just potting. You're just...
You should try auto cannons on a Vagabond as well. They're pretty good.
Actually, that could work. I could see that working.
Yeah. See, I do some small gang stuff with some of the Karma Fleet guys, and yeah, I usually fly a Nano Retribution with Dead Space.
Honestly, just rail Demios fucking shocked my ass. I was like, bro, what? Isn't that like an Eagle armament? Don't you put
No.
blasters on a Demios and rails on an Eagle? Fuck.
No, I mean I nearly
Well,
killed
no, because
Adam
you're
with
forced
it a
to
couple
commit
weeks
with the
ago.
Demos.
No, yeah, I nearly killed Adam Deathstroke like month, maybe
He
more
just
ago with
tuned
it.
in chat. Did you say that?
What?
Uh, he
Oh,
just
hey, who
Oh
would
no,
have thought?
I saw
Who
I
would have
saw him
thought?
go
It's
waiting
App.
room.
Hey, he's in. Hold on, he's right here.
Yeah, no, when he
Bring
was
him in.
roaming in Delve streaming one day, I was sniping him with it, and I hit him twice. Then he warped. I was like, "Fuck!"
Streams.
Yeah, bring him in.
Yeah.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Bring him in.
Atom, please.
Bring him in.
Red line.
We're getting Rich's partner in crime.
Rich's
boss.
partner in crime.
Rich's
So
boss, isn't it?
why is his ticker fuckstick and not flagging?
Because that's the new
Is he in a
alliance
new
ticker,
corp?
isn't it? No, it's their alliance ticker.
Oh, alliance ticker. Oh yeah, they're in an alliance now.
Engorged, whatever the fuck it is. I can't
I
remember.
wonder what
Inflamed.
that logo is gonna look like.
We have one that we've shown off to a few people. It's not a secret.
What the fuck is your alliance called?
Can we
Rich?
see it?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. That's what it is.
Well, what's with you and fucksticks? Like, why is that your?
He likes things up the ass.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have strange tastes, but I do want to see. Can we see your corp? For your alliance logo?
It better be a
Linking.
bat carrying a bag of drugs.
Maybe link it in the guest chat if you have it.
Redline.
What?
Could you drag Atom in, please?
I can.
I believe he's asking to be dragged in.
He's in general though for some reason. What the fuck?
That I can.
You can.
Go
So
ahead.
Red line, drag Adam.
bring him in.
Can we drag Atom in?
May you drag him in?
Yeah, learn some English.
Will
It's
you?
fun.
I don't know. Can you fucking
By the
don't
way,
be that
Demos almost absolutely murdered me. Real Demos is strong.
No,
guy. Okay then, I guess.
it became I was running it before the changes, and then someone went look at it after the changes. Like, oh shit, this thing's good.
The changes really made it super strong. Like you can put a plate, Ansel Ripper, nice AMWD, and then the full set of 250s. So I'm still have plenty of fitting room left.
Not as good as a
Pretty
real
dang.
fucking vigilant.
Like it's not going to apply to like a scepter, so you still want to have like some control in your fleet. Pick your engagement super carefully, but it's a really strong ship.
It's not a solo vessel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently we're fragging Brave and Invictus in G.
A
I'm
beautiful
getting
logo,
tired,
actually.
man. It's late.
Time is it there, dude?
11:20, but I don't know why. Just the excitement. The excitement is.
4 a.m., dude. I was going to bed about 4 hours ago.
It's 4 o'clock where you are, dude.
So I
So
got
just every
CR
Tuesday night, you just drain. You basically pull an all-nighter.
Pretty much.
Well, thank you for being with us because
I didn't do it
we
last
like having
Tuesday. I
you.
went to bed and listened to you guys falling asleep. I was dreaming
So,
about
You
it.
missed last week's Cards Against Humanity. Fuck, if
No, I
only you were
missed
there.
it.
So what's going on with the 5v5 league right now? Anything interesting?
We have. Oh my god, I'm so excited to say this. We have 7 fixtures left of the regular league, and then we finally move on to finals, and we can move on to something that doesn't take fucking 3 months to do.
How many people have dropped out? How many teams?
So just two teams. One team dropped out because of real life issues. Another team dropped out because of other reasons.
So
we
question, actually.
banned our first cheater the other day as well.
Who was it?
First cheater. What did he do?
He. So what's he done? I can't remember what he did twice before. He cheated on 2 other occasions, and
Drugs.
a member of his team accidentally cheated. And on this occasion, he was in a T2 fit dummy, right? And he was just repping like a fucking. He had high grade Sklepsin, basically.
Oh, he had implants.
And it's like they tried to justify it, and I'm like, you repaired fucking like 70% of your armor with 5 rep cycles from T2 reps. Like, there's no way. Like, showed him the math, did all that shit.
What team was this?
Valhalla bound.
Oh, okay.
Peter
Are
Moonlight.
are there still openings for teams right now? Because I haven't been keeping up with the league.
Not at the minute, but when we'll be announcing finals soon, and in the process of doing that, we're going to be looking at what we do next. But we just need to make sure we're not clashing with other people, because I know Event have got some stuff in the works, and
Really?
GeoMax
What's
is
Event working on?
I have no idea.
I know the time frame for it, but I'm pretty sure it's opposite. As in, they don't want to commit to anything and announce it. When I
Yeah,
say
okay.
they, I mean weeks. I'm technically.
Is it like some sort of their own AT type
No idea.
thing? Or?
I haven't got a clue. All I've been told is they're going to look at doing something in the future. That's it. That's.
Do you think we'll ever see another AT?
Nope.
They promised it might come back.
CCP lied. AT
They,
died.
they promised it might come back. They promised it might. It's a bit of a.
That's
What?
true. I know. I'm just saying. Do you guys think it might actually happen,
Yeah,
or
I
is it
think they're gonna bring it
not?
right after they bring Logi Kill Nails.
Yes.
Don't give me that.
And no, but
we don't
you've
want
got
that.
no, but
No,
you've
don't
got
give
those
me
two
hope.
things, and you need the low set gate to stain first. So.
Mm-hmm.
Stain guy will make sure that comes one day.
Yeah, no, because I'm thinking of bringing some of the Karma Fleet guys I fly like small gang with and doing that tournament.
Do it. We should
Fuck,
be
you
winning
know what?
opens.
We haven't had Stain guy as a guest. Should we bring him on one day?
We don't know who he is.
What do you think he'll talk
How
about?
do you get in touch with Stain guy to bring
I
one
don't
forward?
know. Yeah, how does one get?
You make any post on Reddit, he'll be
I
there.
guess yeah. Just talk on Reddit like, "Hey, Stain guy, can we have you come on?"
How's that? How's this for a
TTT.
cinematic
No.
view? Do you like it?
Oh, that's great. That's
Wait, it's
one.
still alive.
How is that
Isn't
still
it
alive,
just
dude? He's like primary.
Oh, he's shooting Bjorn as well. How's Bjorn doing?
Yeah, fuck Bjorn. Shoot him.
He's Bjorn with a fucking
Who was that
red-
asking me? Who was that asking me about a team? Sorry, who was?
Mike Flood. He's a goon.
Flood.
Yeah,
We're
I don't
doing.
mind.
Well, fuck it, dude. I mean, Villy, you still here?
Yeah.
Practice against Flood's team, dude. We'll get this war done now. Fuck it.
I'd have to ask the guys I usually fly small gang with. if they-
Huh,
yeah.
interesting. That's one way to settle a war.
Villy's team. Did you guys play at the weekend?
Played last week, yeah.
Yeah, they played. I can't believe the fuck they played there.
Billy
Yeah.
was in a battleship.
Oh yeah, because Villy. Oh yeah, the second match was a lot closer,
Yeah.
if I recall. Because
Yeah, I wasn't there for the first match, and I wasn't there for the draft on the second. I was like, "Do you guys
Oh
need help?"
yeah, when Cuff was kiting in the Vindicator because they were scared of the torps. I remember.
So they're asking for no one to engage Chappie until he says to, so everyone can like get on the kill now basically or some shit like that. I'm not 100% sure yet.
It's gonna take fucking ages, dude.
Yeah, I mean I'm morphing into Horan the Sinatra right now.
Wasn't there a prize or something for top damage?
Oh.
Maybe. What would you get for top damage?
I don't know. People were talking about skins and shit or something. I don't know.
How many mobile tractor units are on grid right now? That's my question.
Oh, I can't even begin.
I think they'd be blapped by now, but to be fair, there's so much shit on
People
grid that
aren't
they
gonna
might
waste
not notice.
times. People, you don't want to waste time in tie-dye shooting tractor units. I don't.
That's fair. So I guess I should have dropped one. It's cheap. It's effective. It makes money.
Perfect situation for it.
Or it fucks up your kill board.
Yeah.
Oh, only
Ma-
one.
You
Only
manage to
one
loot.
loss.
Yeah, but if you loot like 20 bill worth of loot and then someone kills it, dude.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah. At least it doesn't contribute to points, and that's the thing that changes the big meter.
Are you on the Discord, Flood?
Yeah, I'm in the 5v5 Discord.
Alright, cool. Just keep an eye out. We'll be posting some shit. So just gotta get this league and the finals done. We've got to do scheduling
Yeah.
for the finals and shit. Test
What else have
Goblins
you-
in the final though, boy. You're gonna see Villy in the finals.
What
Yeah,
else
well,
have you
he's not doing
gentlemen been up to this past time?
We had a good fight
This
with
past week.
Persistence last night.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
I
got the
fought
Nesta
ASP
kill too.
yesterday.
How about your Jackdaw fleet? That was fun.
Yeah, my Jackdaw fleets usually end either like we'll lose like
And
we'll end up losing
bloody.
half the yeah they're bloody. We'll get it. We'll get a bunch of kills. We'll have fun and then we'll go home. You know.
I like the fact that you don't run away. You give it a shot at least.
Speaking of Jackdaw fleets, what do you think of Horde recently kicking that Jackdaw Fleet FC for being too ambitious and trying to?
He was leaking OPSEC info. That was I'm not a big fan of Horde obviously, but yeah, no, that was the right move on their part.
He was leaking upset. Yeah, you gotta get it.
Horde and
Yeah, I
up.
heard something about some drama and Horde.
Horde and
Okay,
drama.
so
Never.
the Zenitra is currently in 65% armor.
Ooh,
Jesus.
it's going.
Is he
It's
being
going.
shot by much?
Probably everyone's shooting at him right now while they wait for Chappie to get on grid.
Wait, Chappie's not on grid?
No.
Probably still isn't. No, he's just taking all the time.
I think someone tried tackling him at the gate and being a dick.
I understand that. Well, the OPSEC information was also leaked, but the new precedent they set was anybody in Horde are not allowed to make another group involving Horde without prior permission of the diplomats. You can't make your own friend group or a group that of people that you'd like flying with that you consider above average or whatever.
When you say group, you mean like an access list?
I find
Yeah,
that
I
hard to
guess.
believe, considering you just apply for Horde and they accept you.
Well, you can't make your own. So if you join Horde and you start doing a bunch of jackdaws and you find a group of people who love doing jackdaws with you, you can't create your own Discord just so you can
Are you
call
stupid?
upon each other. Hey, that's what the ping said by the Horde diplomat.
Holy
Not
shit!
what
Now
the
he's
ping
angry.
said. That's not what the ping said at all. The ping said you can't leak information to a group that is not secure when you don't know who is in said group. If I, as a person, made a Discord group, and every time something was happening with a SIG or something, an NC, I pinged it out to the people in that group like, hey, we're doing this, come join along. I would have no fucking idea who is or isn't a part of that group, which means that I would be leaking information that shouldn't be released to people that are not in said group, which is not what you do in a group that is secured by ESI gates. Hello?
So,
How is this so hard?
As a reminder, third-party discords related to Horde outside of Square services without the express permission of a Horde director are not permitted in Horde. It's nothing to do with what you just said.
What do you mean?
And
Link the
their
ping.
justification
Link the ping.
in this.
Link it.
Link the ping.
I think at this point you're just kind of being a little contrarian.
I mean, to be fair, can't all of us just go and look at it ourselves?
Was he in like offset groups? Because as far like, or was
Yeah,
he just leaking normal?
Vanguard.
Okay,
Horde Vanguard.
so check this out.
Oh, Vanguard.
So why don't you read the whole thing? So third-party discords related to, in parentheses, related to Horde outside of Square services. Persistence, your mic is keying up, by the way. Your name's just on the screen entirely all the time. Without express permission of an HDR are not permitted to Horde. Just keep Horde stuff in Horde server, i.e. fleet pings, locations, other alliance-related things. Literally the same exact thing that I just told you was the reason, and then you told me that it wasn't, because somehow you are smarter than me because you can read into things that don't exist.
Well, if you've read the justification, they talk about spies to speak to their members, create isolated groups in the community that restrict outsiders and not able to
Well,
be
okay, who
monitored.
did he ping to? Who did he give this OPSEC to?
Everyone.
I have. Do you know Persistence?
Yeah, so hold on. I actually don't know the whole story, but like honestly, if it's like something you've been entrusted with and you just leak it to something that's not gated, then you're kind of really breaking the rules there.
If you try to create your own Sigger squad, you get kicked out too.
If it's true fucking OPSEC, I thought he was just leaking normal Horde pings or just sharing like, hey, Horde has a fleet out, like, which everyone knows.
I mean, do you read
This shut down this delightfully cancerous server. So what the fuck is this?
Hey there,
Horde
In my
server?
short time, I've caught up on you relaying details of SIGOPS, pinging your own fleets inside of Horde, and shitting on fellow FCs. Hello?
This happens almost everywhere. This happened. This happens in many alliances.
No. Pandemic Legion. So I like love shitting on PL, right? Because I don't truly integrate within their culture. The one thing I was told within PL is no leaking. That means don't talk about what they say on the forums. Don't talk about what's in the -10, which is our alliance Discord. Don't share anything. I'm in their back channels of some of their I want to say some of the leadership. It's not really leadership. It's just like a help group to help their FCs or whatever.
Okay, look, Rich, that's not
literally the one thing they told me. So we have our corp Discord So anything that is pinged, so let's say DJ pings a fleet, which he did, right? DJ says, I'm going to go do this fleet for the. So he goes off and does that. And I can't share that because it's a ping. But he said it here, so that's okay to share, right? But then if somebody within my Habit Discord, which is my corp, says, hey guys, come join this fleet. We're flying Munich, right? That's known with the PL groups, they can share it. But if they say, hey guys, we need sinos in these systems, please someone go watch so-and-so staging, blah, 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 whatever the fuck, that's considered intel and therefore will not be shared within corp, within my own corp mates who are also within the alliance or anything like that, because that is their one rule. No leaks. And that is very common. So NC does it. Pretty sure a lot of the goon groups do it.
Oh yeah.
Does it. Like literally every group except Horde, because anyone can get into Horde. And Horde pings are so fucking common.
Oh, of course, I know, but Redline, this precedent means that even if there weren't any leaks in future, even if somebody runs a tight group in Horde like this, even if they don't leak it, it will no longer be allowed.
Where does it say that?
What do you mean?
You're making an application that is really not.
Look, Rich, I'm all for your drop in the bucket thing, and that ambition is met with resistance, because I am literally that person. I was ambitious, I was met with resistance. I fought back and ended up being demoted, ended up getting basically like shit on all the time, until eventually I was just like, okay, this shit's not fun anymore, and then I just left. But here's the thing though, is that that nothing that this person was told not to do, nothing that these people are telling people not to do is uncommon. For instance, let me put it into something that you might understand a little bit better, okay? So you're out on a fleet, you've got Geronix with you, okay? And Geronix is somehow in your corp. I don't whatever. You all are in the same corp. Now Geronix is flying an AT ship, and you're going into public discords, and you're trying to bait everybody into it, like saying, oh, we're in this system, we're in this system, we're in this system, and it ends up your whole fleet, including Geronix's AT ship, get killed. Is Geronix pissed at you because you leaked all this information that shouldn't have been leaked in the first place and got his ship killed? Geronix, are you pissed at Rich for that?
I'm pissed I'm in the same corp, dude, but yeah.
Right. That's the same.
I think we could see that answer coming.
That's the same concept, right? Is
I
that
wonder.
if
Well,
you
I'm
are in
curious.
a third party, if you're in an external Discord or external communication network, and you're sharing privileged information that only a member of your alliance or corporation should have access to, and you have no method of controlling who is receiving said information because you don't do your research, you don't have a counterintelligence network to make sure that people aren't spying on the shit, then you are in the wrong. Very simple. If you are using a private channel to shit on people that are in your corporation or alliance behind their backs because you are scared of the repercussions of saying something to their face, you are in the wrong.
I fully understand that, and I fully
Great, then we're on the
understand
same
why.
page.
Well, of course we're on the same page. I was never against this guy being, kicked out, blacklisted from Horde for what he's done. I just find the idea that from further on now, nobody will be able to create their own private group of associates.
That's not true.
Okay, Redline.
Where are you
Let
getting
me
that
let me
from?
No, Redline, yeah.
let me talk
He's
for a minute here. So,
yeah.
what Rich is talking about is the fact that large groups do not like it when subgroups are created within those groups. So when Jim and John and Mike start a subgroup Discord within their corporation or alliance, and then try to draw in their friends and their friends and their friends, because usually what that does is it leads to splinter groups. You have guys who then conglomerate on those discords, and they're like, aha, we're elite. They jerk each other off, and in a month or two they break off, and you lose all those players because that kind of group, how do I say it, encapsulates and then swells and then doesn't match with the hive, I guess you could say.
They
That is
become
what is
bigger than themselves.
annoying Rich, I think. Would that be
Well,
accurate, Rich?
Yes, it will be. That is definitely accurate. Yes.
Private Discord thing means don't create private Discords to then discuss things with it. Right. So I talked about my corp Discord. So that's run by obviously the corp leadership. Now, if I and it
If
was
you
all
what?
within Pandemic Legion, but I wasn't in leadership. I didn't really know who was doing what or what like access they had to back channels or whatever the fuck. And then all I did was sit there and relay pings and like circle jerk about I don't fucking know like what ships we have to fly or whatever the fuck. Like that's the issue. Is because I'm not a leadership person. I don't know what these folks are doing, and then I'm sharing leadership details. Leadership being pings. I'm not truly leadership or whatever.
The way I see it is, well, and the way the Horde
Trolls.
wants to put it is
was
that
hard
they're afraid.
That's the big difference. You're saying they can't make other groups. The thing is, if they make other groups, they just can't be related. If they want to have other circle jerk friend groups, fine. Just don't make it related to Horde.
No.
That's it's a fully understandable mentality. I just
To
find
be fair, though,
it's
isn't it better to just make your own SIG at that point?
well, what there's certain circumstances that might prevent you from
tried debating with
operating
that
your own.
earlier.
You know, make it official. If you're gonna make your own group of elite players, you know, make it official. If you're
Imagine
gonna be
elite
the
players in
elite
Horde 20.
fighters of your alliance. I don't know if your alliances have like some hierarchy of pilots. Maybe like the better ones are actually sort of classed in somewhere.
So generally, what
Differently
happens
than the
is they
yeah.
class in by corp or they class in by group. So, for example, in test we have predators, we have goblins, we have corps that think they're, 3 times more elite than other corps, et cetera, right? And
Think they're hot shit. Yeah.
the like it's really hard to keep those groups and those corps on point with the group when they're on their own because they quickly devolve into group identity greater than alliance identity, and it creates a situation where you can't
You have to unite them like states.
something like that. It's tricky.
How's that going?
Who's your elite? Who's like your elite corp and test?
All right, I'm not going to call it anybody.
It's Darren White. Look at Darren
No.
White.
I want to know
He's on
what
full
in your opinion is the most elite corp and test. I'm honestly.
No, it's not something.
Oh, come on.
Okay, sure. One Royal Fleet Corp.
What's it?
One Royal Fleet. Most elite corp and test.
I can confirm that through the small gang intel network that the One Royal Fleet Corp is
One
the best of the best.
How the fuck do I spell? I'm sorry.
What?
No, because I don't even know like what you're saying. It just says one roan or
Royal.
One
Fleet.
Royal.
Guys, if you can see, so
One royal. Okay.
as much as I love this conversation, Chappie is on grid now in a phoenix here. I've made an
Oh my god, there he is. There he is.
I've made an arrow
Chappie.
pointing to his phoenix.
Oh, nice.
On grid. You can see and watch that space for an explosion. And then I imagine that everything is going to that orange line that just shot across. Fuck. Anyways,
One Royal Fleet Corps. Okay.
Dude, he's memeing you.
Oh, that's you.
Stop. For fuck's sake. Come on.
Anyway,
the way I see it
here's
is
the point,
the way I
Rich,
see.
is that if you are reading in this ping that you are not allowed to make discords with your friends and shit like that, then you are unable to read properly.
Okay,
Because
okay. If I'm
it
in Horde
simply
right now,
No, that is what it says though.
No, it
that
doesn't.
is exactly what it
It
says. Okay,
says
red line. This is what
third-party
allow-
discords are not allowed without, I'm sorry, third-party discords related to Horde without the permission of directors are not permitted. Keep Horde stuff in Horde server. That is
That's
what according
exactly
to the
what
timeline
Rich is
says.
saying. No, that is actually what Rich is saying.
Okay, so Redline, picture this. I like to fly with. I'm in Horde, and I like to fly with a select number of people that I constantly fly jackdaws with, and we want to, create our own Discord and hang out and talk about things, and also be able to find a way to quickly ping each other so we can quickly form up our little jackdaw gang. that we enjoy flying so much. Now, if a Horde director says you're not allowed because
Oh shit!
you
Oh
can't do
shit!
that anymore.
Lower right-hand corner of the screen, guys. Lower right-hand corner of the screen. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's attention was pulled to the lower right-hand corner of the
Who's that?
screen.
Who the fuck is that?
I just want to make sure that everybody's looking at the lower right-hand corner of the
Why? It's
screen.
dumb. Oh my god, it's a Titan.
Wait,
It's a Titan.
is that a Leviathan? Or is it
Who
a
is
Komodo?
that?
That is a Leviathan. I believe
That's a
that's
Leviathan. Who is
I
it?
thought Vinny
Convict.
just rocked up
It's
with his
CCP
Komodos.
convict.
That's our blue.
Login
That's
Hectors,
our blue
login Hectors,
convict.
boy.
He's gonna DD. The
Wait for it.
Doomsday. It's the
I hope
Doomsday.
it's- I-
It's
Give
the
it 10
Doomsday.
seconds, man. Snuffer gonna be there with the dread.
Snuff's fucking asleep right now. What fucking
It
time
doesn't
zone do you
matter,
think
man.
this
The
is?
pings are flying, dude. Tao's waking him up.
Tao's
The
probably
pings are flying.
Tao just goes, I smell
So,
Titan.
anyways, Rich, I figured where you were going with that, and they didn't say that there was anything wrong with having discords with friends. What is wrong is when you
It's
are.
Horde related.
It's not
And
Horde
that's
related.
a Vegas.
Just
It's
because
my
you're in the
it's my
same
friends of
corp
Jackdaw
doesn't mean you're
pilots.
talking about Horde stuff. Now, if you're
Well-
in that Discord with your,
No,
your
but that's what
10
he's
other
saying.
friends, if
Yeah,
you're in that
that's what
Discord
he's
with your 10
saying.
other, why would you do that? Just do them in the fucking Horde Discord. Hello?
If you have any, questions about being ambiguous, you can just ask. Like that, it doesn't take that much time to ask the
To be
person.
fair, yeah, just get permission from a director. If you have a bunch of people if you have a bunch of buddies, like it wouldn't really hurt to ask. If you have a bunch of buddies who do jackdaws and you guys are like fucking, if you think you are, but like
Drayden
maybe
hits
you
the
actually
nail on the
are,
head.
go out,
He's-
ask your directors, hey, can I do this? Or hell, even fucking start your own corp, still stay in the lines, but in your own corp, and join as a part of Horde if they're willing to do that.
The way I see it is the directors are just absolutely fucking scared. Why? They're scared that there's these ambitious young individuals who
Ambition
are
is dangerous,
creating their
dude,
own.
but it's also
It
rewarded
is ambitious,
when
but
done right.
but they created these groups and they want to keep them in line. They want to keep them on the curb. They want to control them because
That's
they're afraid
what
of their
fucking
ambition,
running an
and
alliance
they're afraid of the potential seeds of doubt that
exactly,
get sown when they're
Rich,
incompetent
that's,
FPs.
you're not getting it. That's
You're
exactly
speaking
it.
over me.
That's exactly it. That's why they keep them in line. Because if they don't, that overambition, yes, it's gonna make them want to splinter off. And if they lose their best pilots, that's not. Even though they have like 25,000 people, first of all, half of them aren't even fucking real people. They're all alts. And then maybe another good half is like fucking just total F1 monkeys. And then you've got maybe like 10% of people in an alliance are like really good. Like they fucking know Eve. And if those people sort of conglomerate together and are overly ambitious and are like, all right, let's do this. Let's go against the grain. And they all just sort of fucking up and leave one day. There you go.
If a group like that leaves, I'm going to tell you, they probably had no real intention of staying like that.
Maybe, but the fact is they don't want to lose them.
You can only curb that
So
ambition
that's-
so far. And it seems to me they're just afraid of somebody who's got ambition. They're afraid of the seeds of doubt being sown.
Because that's how
Doomsday's firing,
authoritarianism
y'all.
works.
The Doomsday's firing.
Is he shooting at the
there it
What's
is.
he
I
shooting
think
on?
so. I think he's shooting the Zern. Oh, convict, you're dirty.
Oh, here it is. What about Chappie? Why isn't he
Slow
shooting at him?
motion.
Or why isn't he just what's it called? The area of
Ozone?
effect
You can't in
Doomsday.
low sec.
Ozone.
You can only do the
You
single
can't
target
pose
in
on
low
it.
sec, I
Right,
think.
I love it. Okay.
Oh.
The
he's not
fucking
shooting at.
Caldari DD too. Holy shit.
Well, that Zern is dead.
If it dies, you think he gets another
The
one?
missiles are the
It's an avatar.
Caldari DD. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Ooh,
That's
my
really
God.
pretty though. Holy shit, dude.
That is pretty in slow mo, y'all.
in before he's got a whole energizer.
Is it gonna
window
die?
damage.
Is that gonna kill it?
If it
You
hasn't
could-
got a whole energizer,
You could
yeah.
see it if it had a hole in it.
Get me some screenshots. I want that. Red.
I have one
In
for you, buddy.
all now. Is that
Okay,
it?
cool.
Is the damage applied?
Shout out to Convict for staying awake though. Holy fuck.
Okay, Blazing, shut the fuck up. It's a good
But
reason he's
why didn't you
on
bring
a
like a
Titan.
Komodo or shit? Why didn't you just take it up a notch?
I like how you say spawn a Komodo, or not a Komodo, a Titan, implying Convict didn't have Titan or a ton of IS to buy a Titan
Every
on his
convict
player
is a
account.
fucking dev. He can get whatever he wants. He can
No,
bring a
he
fucking
also he has a player
cockroach.
account and he's filthy fucking rich. He ran
Yeah,
easy.
you should fucking get a cockroach here, dude.
He'll have had He'll have had
Well,
to
we
get a
can.
knob to use a
There's your
Titan.
screenshot, Mike.
Or a Polaris frigate. I would bring the Polaris frigate if I was a fucking dev.
Amazing buddy, you know where all the bot money goes to, right? It goes to a CCP account. This is just redistribution of that wealth.
That is
This
your
could be a
Nitro's
bot
buy or
account.
no?
I don't think it did. I think it did.
Is that Phoenix explosion Chappie?
No,
I-
what?
Isn't it?
The big explosion there? I don't want to
think
turn
it
on
is.
my UI
Chappy.
because I don't want to
I
ruin
think
it.
that's. Turn it on for now. Turn it on. Save a screenshot now and then turn it on. Or just click the rec.
Yep, that's him.
Just click the rec, the red line, no
that's
problem.
Chappy.
Yep, that's Chappie.
He's
No, that's
gone.
what we wanted. That's what everybody wanted to
I know,
happen.
I know. That's what we asked for. The people got what they wanted. Somehow the Zernitra is still going, but otherwise, what a fight! What a total brawl! And
I wonder if that. Yeah, I wonder if he's tackled right now. That Titan. I'm warping on good to see.
he's yeah. I think he'll be happy with this.
There was 762 people on this. I think there was
Imagine,
more on CCP
imagine
Alpha.
having started the one of the biggest low sick battles in all of. Good job.
There was more people. There was more.
One
yeah. Battle of Asakai
one
was huge.
Hey, wait, here's the real thing though. Both of those fights had Leviathans in there as the first Titans in.
This one carries the same tradition, I guess.
So, Bunny, are you guys still fighting? I would look for purple, but you kicked me from fleet, so.
The BR is currently showing 120 bill. Bjorn's still alive.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, I got fucking primaried by a nit. I was in my fucking Nestor. Geronix knows a thing or two about that fucking Nestor. And
Dude, I think
I was
put it to
making
bed,
jokes
dude.
about it. Ian, check your DMs. I saw you in chat. Check your DMs, bitch.
Whoa.
I'm joking. Dean's one of my good friends.
Is he?
Yes, he's one of the good he's one of their PvPers in Karma.
Did you make a third-party Discord with them?
Stop.
Don't do that. You'll get kicked out.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, yeah, so-
Overly ambitious.
Yeah, see,
You're overly ambitious. You're gonna split off. You're gonna taste the good life of what it's like to be in a small group. And the seeds of doubt will be sown in your head, and you'll be forever a terror in the Alliance Directors.
Rich, you had my. I was trying to help you earlier, but now you've just fucking lost it. It's like
You're such a fucking crack addict, dude.
No,
I swear to God.
No, I posted. Oh, hold up. Redline. Look what I posted in
What'd you
in
post?
guest. In guest. Look what I posted. Rich Richmond.
Shit.
Rich, when that little cocaine T-Rex. My God, I swear, it's
Oh,
like
that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's extra quaif or whether no, fuck that. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what it is that you need in your life, but it's something, because I swear to God, dude, the amount of bullshit that comes out of your mouth is astonishing. The amount of time that you spend coming up with convoluted and frankly ridiculous theories, the things that are as innocuous as don't talk about our alliance shit on a Discord that's not secure.
That should be allowed, dude. That's perfectly
Mind-boggling.
fine.
You missed the point. You missed the point completely. Redline. Even if right now, if you create a Discord that doesn't talk about the Alliance
Wait, hang
shit,
on.
they'd still
I gotta
shit on you
interrupt
for it.
you. What Sino in? Who's that? Is that just one
That's
nag?
another.
Or is there more?
There's
another
Sino now?
dreadnought.
Jesus.
Yeah. Let's see the Sino.
There's a sign. Yeah, there's a sign right there.
Oh, there's a
Apparently-
Maelstrom PowerPoint is way.
Big ass.
PowerPoint.
Look.
Apparently
look
the
at him.
the levy is at 25 or 45% shield, so he's halfway through.
He's aligning out, dude.
He's not gonna warp.
Nah,
There's
no
no way he
way.
warps. Yo, is everybody watching EVE Online streams right now? What's the top one? Ah, Ashtarothi. Okay.
There's a
Oh,
lot of people
wow.
streaming this though. There's so many people streaming this. It's really good.
Wow, we don't even have more viewers than fucking High Set Ganking? Hello? Guys, ping.
Because you've been, no one's been paying attention.
How the fuck is permit compliance above us?
You need to.
It's not even a chat.
You need to
stream.
close up of the
Gameplay.
levy, dude. You need to get. You need to put the levy. Oh, what's that landing on the levy or burning?
People actually watch the stream of the
Battleships.
fucking road pilots.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Zanus is a good dude. I really like.
Don't worry, I did not mean what I said to Dean in any offense. He's a friend. So before someone PMs me and goes, "You're being offensive," and some
Oh, is Chappie on Spooky, or is Chappie on Ashrothi's stream? I kind of figure that's where he'd
yeah,
be.
he's not. Yeah, they're in.
Okay.
He's on the stream chat. He's like talking to him in voice.
Why do you want a close up of the levy? It's not even dying yet.
It's fine. Look at the
Okay,
skin
maybe it
though.
is.
Yeah, they're putting as many pieces of
Why is he
tackle on
the
it.
only Titan that
He
flew?
warped into a bunch of dreads.
Why
What
did
do you?
nobody else bring a Titan? I was expecting that. Like,
Dude, stuff is definitely rage ping.
Huh?
What is that like token battleship blob that
Snuff
just
is-
landed on the lev?
That would be.
Like Apox, I think.
Oh, the APOC. There's an APOC fleet.
I think so. I don't know what it is. I can't tell from this.
There's a
Looks like
Foon
APOC.
fleet with Guardian Lobby, and then there's.
It's right
there's
there
some-
on top of the levy.
That's the Ferox fleet.
Oh, I was
isn't it?
talking about the little blob underneath. The little,
Under
the little like 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's in it. That's Ferox's. And then
No,
there
that's
there is an
definitely-
APOC.
that's
There's an
definitely
APOC fleet
Apox.
behind. Yeah, there's an APOC fleet behind.
Yeah. It's
They're
on the stream.
black.
I would point to it, but it'll ruin the graphic.
Fleet's a strong term, dude. There's like 8.
See, look how. So they're saying in chat that the levy's at 25% shield, the Zern's at 33% armor. So I had an angle that would get both of them when they exploded, but how do I get both? Who's gonna die first?
You have to put the camera behind the levy, dude. Looking.
Yeah, but then I
Zenithia
don't get
over
the
shoulder of
sun.
levy. But you get the
No,
light.
how you
from
have
the
it
Right
sun.
now, it's perfect. Whoever starts dying, you focus it on them. They're a good spot.
Just show it.
Oh,
in the
don't
big
do that. Holy shit, dude.
You don't like this? You
Just
don't like this,
panned at the
Geronix?
sun.
You don't like that?
Fucking Jesus, dude, stop. My whole room's lit up. Even my
Okay,
cat was
Jordan,
like, what the
pull
fuck
the
is that?
curtains. It's daylight outside.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful pink sky.
Let me
Oh,
say
fuck,
this.
so it is.
Wait, hold up. Let me say this: is that
So it
CCP Conflict is officially my new favorite CCP dev for doing
Just
this.
turn this light off.
And okay, CCP Convicts at Leviathan is currently in 11%.
Yeah, and then once he gets into shield, he's cooked. Or once he gets into armor, he's cooked.
Hey, you gotta be ready to loot that thing, dude. Guaranteed. Plex on.
There's already like 40 people on top of it. There's no fucking way anyone's.
You need a mobile tractor unit, dude. Come on, you gotta believe. Getting Marauder and tractor.
Alright, that's shit. Not pull up that menu. This is the angle we've got. This is the angle we've
Immersion.
got.
Immersion broken with the
You know
right
what?
picture.
I like that red
Sorry.
line that connects the two ships together. These two ships are connected and they will die together.
You mean the
7%,
disintegrator beam?
7% on
How
the
long till
Leviathan.
he? How long till he can DD
He-
again? He won't. We won't be able.
He won't. He's melting. Like, I can't even whore right now. Like, that's how fast he's dying.
What is the Zanitra shooting at?
The Leviathan?
The levy. The
So
levy.
yeah,
that
there's a red
beam.
line that connects them. The red string of fate. Red thread.
I want to get the sun in there. Have to do, I guess.
See if CCP Convict's got any kills with that.
You know this is going to be brighter than the sun when it explodes this up, right?
Yeah.
Like,
154
gonna be
bill.
big, boys. It's gonna be
I
big.
hope you're mentally prepared for the explosion that's going to come from this ship this close
You're
up.
not, dude.
Oh, that's a good angle, dude. I like that.
See it center it in frame.
Is that a skin or is that weird shadows on the fucking levy?
Yeah, that's a skin.
You
It's a
don't
6 skin though.
You don't
It's like Dazzle.
center. You don't center the subject in